Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Big Money Tournament Grand Final between E Honda and JNails. I am Akuchi, and I am joined in commentary by Hexecutable,
Hello.
who has organized this tournament.
Yep, I did, and it's taken a very long time, but we've finally gotten to potentially the last match. E
Yeah,
Honda holds the winner's spot, and if he wins 4 games here, he will win that delicious $120. However, if JNails can win this time, it will go to a reset, and then if JNails wins again, then E Honda will instead win $50 instead of 120.
yeah. These players met in the winners' final a long while ago, and E Honda managed to win a close 4-3 set. And then in the losers' final, JNails was able to beat Dan Brooks in a close 4-3 set. So Dan Brooks got the third place, and now we're here in the grand finals to see who gets the biggest of monies.
Yep. Again, first to four, I believe ties are a reset. I don't remember who goes first. It's funny because I wrote the rules that I don't remember them, but let me look.
I think it's a random start.
Ties are ignored. Any tied game is replayed on a differently randomly generated board with the same starting first players before. Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
All right, into the first game. We've got Recruiter and Wild Hunt for draw. Ooh, Ironworks Vineyard.
Yeah, I'm not huge on playing with Marauder at all on this board just because of vineyards. You can even Sanctuary tuck them, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you think about Coven?
Coven, I think Coven, on the other hand, is probably still. I mean, I think you'll get one, but you're not getting it over Recruiter first, and then you're not gonna get it over Wild Hunt.
Yeah, I think
What's the Druid? All of those suck. Maybe the Silver's okay, but
I think Coven looks pretty good because Vineyard should push the game out like quite a bit. So I think there will be an opportunity for the curses to get shuffled in, and then they're pretty awkward to deal with. Recruiter trashing curses is kind of sad, and then Sanctuary setting them aside is even worse.
yeah.
But Sanctuary setting aside the estate you gain from Wild Hunt, on the other hand, not bad at all.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Turn one City Gate from E Honda.
He's. I think he's trying to go for the Recruiter turn 2 here.
Yeah.
I don't know the odds of that.
It looks like 60%, right? Because he's got 3 coppers down there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wonder what the odds would be if he had opened, say, Silver and then Citygate instead.
That's a guarantee by turn 4 to be able to get a
Yeah.
recruiter. Yeah.
I think I maybe would have gone for that as player 1. Like, it feels like turn 1 Citygate risk is more of a player 2 thing. Plus, you have to go through the. Now the shuffle triggers on turn 3.
Oh,
Citygate.
so Triumph is also in the kingdom. So potentially somebody could push the game to be pretty fast with Ironworks,
Yeah.
Estates. What do you think the third pile might be? Could be plazas.
Uh. Ironworks Estates. Could very well be Plaza. Could be Ruins. I mean, could be anything. There's Sanctuary and Druid for buy, and those are pretty easy to get. So, could easily be Ruins just because they're easy to click on.
So the opening gambit pays off for E Honda. He manages to get a recruiter, and he should be able to either find it or a
What?
copper.
Ooh, that's really good.
And JNails with the more conservative silver and City Gate opening. Oh my goodness, he finds a recruiter. That's wild.
And he even gets an Ironworks turn 3. Yeah, it's pretty good. If he finds Recruiter here again, it's probably over. Or at least it looks potentially over. JNails needs a second Recruiter here, I think. Although Sanctuary maybe is the play.
That's going to be the first recruiter for JNails.
Oh, right. He doesn't have one yet. Well, first Recruiter then. Surely first Recruiter, not Sanctuary. Yeah, I like that line. Bottom card for JNails is, I believe,
Copper.
the Hovel.
It should be copper because he saw his silver there, right?
Yeah.
He's got 5 in deck. So we'll see what E Honda gets with his second $5 hand.
Yeah.
Second recruiter. Okay. He's got the Ironworks already, so he should definitely be able to find food for it if that's his plan. I'm curious though. I feel like I prefer Sanctuary a little bit for copper thinner, but maybe I guess it's pretty similar.
I like the draw. I think I'm tossing a Plaza. Maybe that's fine. I don't hate it.
Yeah,
But
E Honda doesn't have a silver, so probably thinking that he's going to need the spoils to be able to buy the cards he wants to buy.
And then why did he buy that silver then?
Yep, you raise a good point. He also doesn't have plus buy because he doesn't have the Sanctuary. So we'll see what the plan is there. But JNails gets to find his recruiter on turn 5, which is great news for him.
Yes. Yeah, so far E Honda's thin 2 cards. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Marauder. I think he would have been better off getting a Plaza. I think you do want more Ironworks, but I think you want to get more thin first. You'll want to gain the Ironworks with the Ironworks, and then gain another card without second Ironworks. So you just want to get to a point where you can do that, which means you want more Plazas and then Wild Hunts, and then the Marauder just doesn't really help with that. Like, this is just sad. This could have been a Sanctuary, and now it is going to instead be a Plaza.
Yeah, so JNails does get the Sanctuary over the second recruiter, which I think is a good, especially in response to the Marauder, because as you say, exiling the runes is a whole lot better when it comes to Vineyards. And Vineyards are going to be
I think
pretty easy to obtain. Yeah, because you got the Ironworks to gain potion, so you can do it mid-turn.
Yeah, you could even get 2 potions in turn if you have enough Ironworks and buys.
Yeah.
Just hit the Vineyards.
Gotta imagine these players are going to want to get Wild Hunts now.
I think I play this Plaza to trigger the shuffle next turn, just so it has 2 recruiters in it. Yeah, you lose the Villager, but it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you can also get a coffer from it, because you don't have 2 buys.
Yeah.
Then maybe he's thinking of trashing silver here.
Whoa.
That's fine, because you can't really use it.
Well, I'd get the Wild Hunt here, and then I would start thinking about second Ironworks next turn if I find the Wild Hunt and draw most of my cards.
I think that's a little overambitious.
Being
able to use it that turn, but it might be the right time to get it. Plaza's a good card, though.
It would just be my train of thought. Like, if I was playing this, I would get Wild Hunt there, because I just want draw at that point. Like, this Ironworks should just gain another Plaza.
Yep. Yeah. Doesn't see the Wild Hunt and doesn't have an opportunity to buy it. A little unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have to kill that silver. But I suppose it was probably better. Just because he doesn't have that much deck control yet.
So yeah, speaking of 3 piles, that Plaza pile is looking real low.
Yeah, it was gonna empty.
Alright, so JNails with the coffer. So he's probably gonna spend that to get the Wild Hunt. Well, he's not gonna trigger his shuffle for a while.
I don't like that at all.
Probably. Is he like counting to see like can he get 2 wild hunts going into the shuffle? I don't know. It doesn't look too promising looking at his starting hand.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't like gaining silver there either way.
Looks like JNails has gotten a little unlucky in that he hasn't been able to pair his recruiter with Hovel.
I would not be tossing coppers here.
I think he can't draw through. Yeah.
Okay, well,
So here he's going to want to buy a wild hunt for sure. Goes with another plaza. Okay. I think this was the point where, nah, I mean, you can just always get the second ironworks later once you're overdrawing. So
yes.
E Honda's looking in a good spot with that hand. And this is the kind of hand as E Honda where you probably don't want to discard copper with your early plazas.
No.
So just a little short for JNails.
Yeah, JNails is very behind. He only has one draw card. He's been getting silvers, which I think is probably him getting that silver off of the ironworks. I feel like has gotten the game out of reach for him. Because it's just adding a needless junk card.
He picks up a druid. Looking at the druid boons, I don't see anything particularly appealing about it. So we'll see what he uses that for.
Yeah, I agree with the resign.
Just
I would
wants
have liked to
to.
have seen him play it out, but it looks really bad. Look at the decks in comparison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Johanna's
So
way thinner. He would have just started slamming Ironworks. He would have had free random wild hunts because he has the more wild hunts. JNails can't compete with them. He has to draw, and then E Honda just gets all the points, and then
a bit of a high risk opening for E Honda, but it paid off as good as it could have.
yeah, I agree with that.
And
I mean, turn 3, and didn't he find the recruiter turn 4 and 3 or something? No, he found it turn 2 and turn 3, right?
or he found it turn 3, which is the crazy thing because that was like one
Yeah.
out of 5 or 1 out of 6 or something.
Yeah, and then he triggered the shuffle immediately, and then got to play it again in the next 2 turns. It's like really good. Yeah, he basically had perfect shuffles.
All right, so we've got Ambassador here. The only draw is Alchemist, so you probably want to do that. Although, no plus buy. Well, Courtier is the only plus buy. Pretty awkward.
The question here is if you can do Inventor Megaturn, and I think it's just going to be too hard
I mean,
to set up in time. I think money will just be, well, money-ish. I mean, what I mean by that is I think just buying out the provinces is going to be faster than going for a mega engine with Inventor.
I think, yeah, the Ambassador War is going to be really important here. And I think you're going to want to incorporate draw to be able to play your ambassadors more consistently. And
Yeah.
I think once you have that, that's probably going to be deciding the game. There is Princing Courtyard as the other option for draw, which is also awkward.
I'm not a huge Alchemist fan, but I think I would play with it here just because it gives you Courtier Ambassador control with golds.
There's a Fair in the Kingdom also, which helps Alchemist quite a bit. So it looks like E Honda goes with double Ambassador and JNails goes with the Ambassador Courtyard opening. And
yes,
neither of them see any of their openings on turn 3. You hate to see that.
yeah, you do. I do think I want one Inventor because I do want all the merchants. It's a fine target. I think
Terminal space is. I mean, it's just terminal space is really tough for these guys at this point because they open double terminal.
Yeah, I don't want an Inventor now, but I will want one. I think. Like if I hit like a random 4, I'm just gonna click on Inventor. I guess maybe I'll click on Fair. I don't know. Like here, I guess you click on Fair right now. Could click on Potion. It's probably just Potion.
Or Potion or Merchant or Silver. I don't know. It's a rough early game. Goes with a third terminal.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Courtyard Ambassador open. I feel like Ambassador Silver is just better. I guess he's trying to spike I don't know what Courtyard Ambassador spikes. Like the odds of it hitting 5 are pretty low. 4 isn't that exciting. Like it just cycles you, and it's not. And then the chances of colliding like Ambassador and Courtyard, and then triggering an awkward shuffle are like.
I think the one upside of the Courtyard Ambassador opening is if you see Courtyard on turn 3, you don't see the Ambassador, you can potentially top deck in a state to be able to return 2 of them.
Yes.
But
I mean, it's got upside to it, but I think the silver is just a little bit better.
the whole early game here seems awkward to me.
Like I would just click on Sentry here. Okay. Maybe
Yeah,
In's all right. Maybe In's okay.
I think so.
I don't know. I feel like I would have wanted the Sentry there.
They're playing a little bit fast. I'm not quite sure what E Honda's situation is. Does he have the? Yeah, he has 2 silvers. It's just going to be tough, I think, for Sentry to reliably trash at this point.
Yeah, like this Courtyard is just awful for JNails.
I think he's played it once, and he had collision on the turn he played it.
Yeah, it's worked out really badly for him. It would have been much better off if it was a silver.
But once he gets that Prince, it's all going to pay off.
I don't think you get Prince here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of teasing. I mean,
Okay.
if you happen to have 8 coins here, sure, but like,
Yeah,
that's
and
not the
even
way this is going.
Even then, I might just Prince a merchant if I can. I'm not sure.
All right, so JNails about to go to 0 economy. I mean, he has a silver, yes, but it's he's won the Ambassador War, but let's see if he can. Okay, he chooses not to play Ambassador there to hit 5 or 6 even. Okay. Yeah, no, I think this game is pretty close. JNails is definitely ahead on thinning, but E Honda has a little bit more stuff.
Yeah, I'm not convinced as to what JNails is trying to do. Is because I'm worried he's going to not go for alchemists, and that's going to cost him. Like he needs potion like now.
Yeah, let's see if he gains gold here or 3 coins.
I would expect 3 coins just because I would want the potion here.
Yep. Okay. 3 coins into
potion, hopefully. I don't like that.
I think he needs an in his deck. It's just he needs a lot of things. It's a very slow build this game. It's a potential in for E Honda to shuffle in the Alchemist.
Like E Honda's really behind. Look how thick his deck is.
Yeah. He does
JNails,
have the 2 ambassadors, so he's just got to get to drawing and playing them.
Which JNails, in order to not fall behind, needs draw, which means he should have got the potion there, I think. I'd like the inn and courtyard that's like a net +1 draw, right? Like it's not that much.
No, it's net 0.
Yeah, that's awful then.
Yeah. No, you can't do that for draw. But getting an in is important because he's got terminals to play.
Like courtyard. I don't know. Like it's just scary because like E Honda could just start junking him. JNails whiffs once, and then suddenly like it's not as much JNails' game as it could have been.
Yeah, so this could be discard Courtyard Copper, Courtier for money and buy, and he would have 7 coins and 2 buys. Could get Potion Merchant. Looks pretty good.
I still want to send junk back, I think.
Oh no, you would do that. If you discard Courtyard Copper, you can send the estate back.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. I haven't slept in like 16 hours. Sorry.
I think that's the direction he's going. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, those merchants are really paying off because his deck is thin enough now. He's almost always seeing his silver with the merchants.
Yeah, I think you really need potion here. Otherwise, you're pretty much not drawing cards unless you go for Prince, which seems even worse than Alchemist, so it has to be Alchemist here. Has to get the potion.
Well, I mean, yeah, if he wanted Prince, he would have discarded the estate instead of the copper and not returned the copper, which I don't particularly like, so his line looks better. Okay, awkward hand here. What's down there is what he's thinking. You probably want to play the Alchemist so you can top deck it by another Alchemist, but you also really hope to see an Ambassador in those last two cards. I don't know if they're there. Yeah, okay, good. You can return 1 copper, get an Alchemist, top deck it.
Yep.
So yeah, I like this. This is a good classic. One person is thinner, the other person has more stuff. But JNails seems ahead.
Very ahead. Like, E Honda, if he doesn't find potion here, is in trouble.
I mean, I don't know. Like, JNails has an awkward turn here. He didn't see his in, so he's got to play Courtyard Terminal to be able to draw into his potion. So he could Courtier for plus buy plus action. I don't know if that does anything. I don't know exactly what the last 3 cards are, but there's a potion down there.
And then he hits 5. Presumably he hits 6 because there's a copper in there, right? Which lets him get Alchemist, Merchant.
And you can top deck in. Okay.
Yeah. I'm surprised I was able to calculate that. I'm really out of practice.
Okay. So he doesn't see the potion, but he does get to return 2 copper here. Buy a merchant. Oh no, he could buy something that costs 5 if he wanted to.
It might just be Sentry for E Honda, although maybe Courtier is better. I don't like the Courtier, it's too ambitious. I think Sentry here. I don't think he's winning this game without getting thin. I think he has to Sentry. He's way behind.
Yeah, tough decision.
I don't think you can afford to gamble here. Like gambling would mean buying Courtier. That's just adding another stop card. Oh, I hate that so much. That had to be Sentry there, I think. Sentry and then Courtier. Anyway, E Honda looks hosed. He's looked hosed for like 6 turns now. But if JNails does, no, let's see. He'll draw, right? Yeah, he'll draw. Yeah, it's pretty much over now.
Top decking some bad stuff, but he gets the potion play, so he gets to top deck the Alchemist too.
Yeah, this is fun. Do you take gold here with the Courtier or just the coins?
Don't you need plus buy? Because he doesn't have fair.
I suppose you could just go for the fair now, but let's see. He's gonna have 4, 5, 6. He only has to send 1 copper here. He can't send multiple. If he wants fair Alchemist, he can only send 1 copper here.
He could just go with Merchant. Yeah, it's a choice here, but he keeps 1. Yep, goes with the Alchemist fair.
I mean, that's a good line. It lets him get golds now.
All right. Yeah, this is an awkward hand. I think you just take your medicine and return 2 estates here and top deck the Alchemist.
I think you have to buy the Alk here, because the only way E Honda is going to come back is by having a lucky random turn where he finds a bunch of his draw and then the potion, and then he's just going to have the estate returned back to him, so he's going to get 1 back anyway. And he's not going to get to the end of his shuffle before 1 estate gets sent back. This doesn't do anything, and he doesn't even get an Alk.
I prefer this play.
Yeah. Maybe it's better. I don't know. I just feel like the Alchemist does more in the long run for E Honda.
Like, the Alchemist is net +1 card, and he was able to thin 2 estates there.
Yeah, and now he's getting a copper, and then he'll get the estate.
He was
next
going to
turn.
get the copper anyway.
Yeah, but like more alchemists plus more chance to find the potion.
So E Honda really needs to find his potion here. He's got another inn, that helps. Why is he keeping 2 ambassadors?
Don't know.
So he should be discarding silver ambassador, I assume. Or maybe it doesn't really matter what he does with the courtier, I think. Because if he plays it for plus buy, he doesn't have enough money to make use of it. So he just has to play it for coins.
Johns, it's the only problem with that is it's like turn 17. It's not exactly early on at this point.
Oh, actually, he can discard 2 silver here. And then because he has multiple actions, he can use courtier for coins and whatever.
Actually, that's greedy. That's greedy, I think.
I don't know. He's got a few different options. Because he can take advantage of the plus buy because he can use the courtier as coins and buy, but then he would have to discard. What would he have to discard? So courtier, suppose he keeps 1 silver. Courtier is 3 coins. The silver is 2. The merchant brings it up to 6. That's okay. So he could discard ambassador silver and return a copper and buy alchemist and merchant. I think I like that.
I don't see anything else you could do here.
Yeah, and the alternative is you play both ambassadors and you give an extra copper, but I don't think that really. I think a merchant is more valuable. Probably.
Yeah, you're not gonna junk up JNails at this point unless you can play multiple ambassadors, multiple turns in a row. Like JNails isn't fully drawing his deck yet, but he's not too far from doing that. And
okay. Well, he decides to play both ambassadors and not the courtier.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Yeah, it seems kind of marginal, returning, like giving out a copper versus taking 1 more merchant.
Like, it already looks like he's gonna draw everything.
All but 1, yeah.
Yeah. A bit sad order, but it's not that big of a deal. Just top deck the ambassador here.
Or if you're going to return the coppers, you can. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
I would just return the estate. Just on principle. It really depends on if you need the economy or not. It's 4 merchants for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $11 and 3 buys.
So JNails is in the position where he always needs to use his courtier for plus action, and he can't play all his terminals. So Honda's got plenty of plus actions, but obviously doesn't quite have control over his deck yet.
Yeah, JNails could actually send back both coppers and still get double merchant elk. That seems fine. Prince seems like a mistake. Like, Prince isn't going to help you because you're already drawing your whole deck. You're going to find potion every turn.
Now, he can only get 1 merchant because he doesn't have the actions to play courtier. Well, yeah, as plus 5.
Yeah, okay. I hope he's not thinking of getting another courtier or an inn or something weird.
I think inn is reasonable because that lets him use his courtier for the not plus action mode, and the plus action mode is really sad.
Does he need the action?
Absolutely. I mean, in the sense that he had to use play courtier for plus action, and he had an ambassador he didn't play.
I don't think I care about the second ambassador anymore. Seems like a mistake. Courtier playing is not action. Like, I would just gain a gold with it a couple times and then just look to province. Like, I don't think you're building that big here. Like, once the Alks are gone, you're just going to province, right?
Sentry is a unexpected choice.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Wonder what the plan is for that. He may
I
be
guess I
thinking
guess
he
what
can
he's
discard good cards and top deck, but you have Alchemist top decking.
no, I think his plan is to use in to toss one of the ambassadors and then to kill it.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the thought process there.
It's reasonable. I mean, you can also always ambassador.
Yeah, but Honda I think would prefer the ambassador to not having it. So I don't know. The Sentry's awful, but
See if Honda picks up the fair here.
I think Honda's back in the game after that Sentry buy. Like that was bad. I just
I mean,
lost so much tempo.
I think he just had a good turn also. Being able to play 3 Alchemists and find the potion, that puts him in a really nice spot, regardless of what JNails is doing. Yeah, so it's fair or merchant or inventor here. I think it's a little too late for inventor.
A second potion.
Okay, so he's trying to win the alchemist split. Interesting. And then you can
I
always.
think he's just trying not to dud. Like he's still very likely to dud.
I see upside. I think he's very likely to be able to buy both alchemists actually.
He could go for that too, yes.
And then he could have a pretty nice ambassador potions. Well, you do want to keep a potion. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the second potion on the whole, but I see the notion is to win the alchemist split pretty hard.
Yeah, he's gonna kill ambassador here. He has another one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't kill it yet. Okay. And then Courtier here can get gold, and then also get coins. Or maybe it's just gold and buy.
I don't know about the. If he was going for gold, I don't think this would have been the. Oh no, he can just play merchant. He doesn't even have to play the courtyard. Yeah, he's super thin. Yeah, does the gold do much though if you can't get the buy? I guess you're saying it's province time. If you can.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, it's definitely awkward that being so action limited as JNails.
It's really not that bad.
Well, he cannot both get a gold and get plus buy, and you know.
Well, you're getting the gold here no matter what. It's just a question of whether you're getting it with a buy or with coins, and it just has to.
No. You cannot get either of those separates. He needs to use it as plus action.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just get the gold then.
Enclave over province is something suggested in the chat. Yeah, I think in general I like in a game that's not going to super end on 3 piles. I like one enclave before provincing often. But I haven't played with the card a ton. It just seems nice to have that kind of 3 VP buffer, and if gold is a card that you're even remotely interested in, which you are here, seems good.
I think I'm just going to take the gold, draw here, Ambassador of the Estate, get Courtier Alchemist, I think. That's my initial thinking here.
I would rather have an in than another courtier, because you have to play your courtiers as a plus action mode, so it doesn't really seem valuable at all to have a second one if you only get one option from them. Man, he's just so over terminaled.
He's going to try and print merchants with the inventor. I don't hate it, but it just seems not as good. It seems a little slow.
I'm just worried about his terminal space. I think he must be saying, I'm not going to play Ambassador on this next turn here. So yeah, here we go. This is going to be a double alchemist turn. So Honda's going to win that split 6-4. Still not as cleaned up as JNails, but he's got good opportunity here to return 2 copper. So I think it's a pretty close game.
Yep. It looks like it now. Yeah, I think JNails just took too long to build. I'm not even convinced he's ahead anymore because E-Honda can now fit a lot more payload in his deck. If JNails grains too early, E-Honda can just outscale him. So like JNails has to be careful, and he can't fit too much payload. Like it's awkward now. Like this is huge. Not having 5 Alks instead of like 4 is really, really bad.
Prince is an option. If this game is not under imminent, threat of falling out.
I mean, at this point, I'm considering it just because you really want to like blow up now.
What was this play order? Why did he hold on to the inn so long?
I don't know.
What on earth?
I think he got frustrated that E-Honda clicked on Alk twice. He didn't expect it, and then just mad clicked through his turn, and now he realized he went too fast. That would be my guess.
He started his turn with an in, and he just... Oh, man.
I think he mad clicked. That happens a lot. Like, if I were JNails, I would not be expecting the double Alk buy there. I would have considered me getting at least 5 Alks like in the bag, so not getting that would have pissed me off. I can only speculate, though.
I guess you can.
This ordering just makes the inventor look so much worse. Like,
yeah, you can't. You certainly can't play what you draw. Yeah, you cannot draw what you play with the infant. Whatever. I'm trying to say things. Yeah, this looks bad.
You can, but it's not very likely. You have to toss merchant and silver with the inn. You can't even do that. You have to toss like.
No, you have to keep. You have to keep merchant.
This is so awful.
I mean, yeah, you have a 1 out of 3 chance if you play in, discard like copper potion or ambassador potion, whatever. Well, no, you want the potion. Discard ambassador copper. Then you can play inventor, gain a merchant, and you play merchant, and you have a 1 out of 3 chance of seeing the merchant. Yeah. That's the best you can do from this position. Alternatively, you gain the gold here.
Gold and what? Why?
Like, no, it has to be action.
I know. So. I know. Like, this is so bad because now he can't get a third buy. So, like, just everything about this turn.
I don't think that's a problem, actually. I don't think he needs the third buy this turn because I think he should either get a prince or an enclave.
Yeah. Like, imagine if he
and played his turn right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can imagine.
Anyway, it's pointless now. I just gotta think about.
Yeah, the correct thing to do was when you have 3 cards left in your deck, you play in, discard 2 cards, one of which you want to trash with Sentry. Then you play Sentry, then you play Inventor, then you play Merchants. Yeah.
Well, he lost the 50%. You wanted to find the copper there to send with Ambassador, I think.
I guess the idea now... Well, I don't know.
Well, now you just play Courtyard there, right? Like,
well, you can return Potion.
Well...
Not return, excuse me. Give out Potion. You could return it. To be honest, I think...
No.
Yeah, I like the top decking, but it is a stop card. But you have in. Yeah. Okay, you keep it. I'm always looking for situations where it's correct to get rid of the potion after you get the alchemist. But...
So JNails can play 1 in Inventor and then Prince the Inn. He might do that just for even more actions, and it doesn't seem that bad to me, especially with JNails only having 4 Alks. Like, the Inn's not going to hurt.
That's an interesting idea, yeah.
That seems fine.
Also could Prince a Sentry after playing the Inventor, like you say.
Yeah, if you're gonna print merchant, you might as well print sentry. If you're gonna go for merchant, you might as well at least try to go for sentry.
Because yeah, the advantage of not printing the inn is you get to play the inn this turn, so you have a better this turn.
There's only one problem with printing inventor, and that's once the merchants are gone, what are you gonna inventor? Another inventor?
You could get estates and then like return them, but obviously that's not
Well, it would be
good.
curse, but even that's bad because E Honda's already caught up. He hasn't drawn his whole deck here again, but he's almost there.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising actually.
I mean, when you win the Alchemist split 6-4, is it that surprising?
No, it's surprising he didn't draw at all. I think he has a merchant down there, and I don't know exactly what the other card is.
All
right,
gain inventors off of inventors, and then what?
Potion ping pong here. Oh, there's another potion down there. That's right.
Are they going for the Megaturn?
Nope. Don't believe it.
I don't believe in this. I think you could just province and ignore this.
Ooh, I think I would have gone with like a Courtier merchant there as E Honda.
Like if someone's threatening piles, you can just start gaining inventors yourself, but with a province lead, and then you can ambassador stuff back. Like it's just too easy to empty piles. I really don't believe in this inventor Megaturn.
Yeah, I think I would have preferred Courtier merchant there as E Honda, because he's got the action space to be able to play those Courtiers, gain and play gold and other good stuff like that. It could have even been Courtier Courtyard as E Honda. Like there were definitely a lot of options here. I think he's just still really short on draw.
Okay.
All right, so both inns are played for JNails. He did play the Sentry, so he's not going to prince that.
What is he printing now? Is he gonna prince inventor?
Yeah, no, I'm a little confused.
Is he printing courtier? That seems awful.
Printing Courtier seems awful. Is he just playing too fast?
Yes. Almost certainly.
Those are all his merchants. His courtyard's gone, his sentry's gone, his inns are gone.
Well, now you might as well prince the inventor. Like, now you might as well go for it. Like, I'm not printing ambassador. That's your gold gone. Can't prince courtier. That's even worse. You have to prince inventor. Here? I mean, I guess you could prince nothing and just wait until next turn to prince. But I think printing inventor here is better than not and waiting.
This is wild. You literally just played a merchant.
So I'm printing inventor, I'm courtiering ambassador, getting a gold, sending a potion, and then just buy province, I think.
If you send the potion, you don't get to top like the alchemist.
Well, you don't send it. You just
right.
Give your opponent a free Christmas gift.
For which they're most thankful. Yeah, this just seems so much worse than the other prince targets.
Yeah. Could even just double province, honestly.
Okay, yeah. He actually plays the courtier for plus buy and 3 coins.
Yeah, just
but here. I don't know that you actually need the buy. I think I like Enclave Province here.
Sure, why not? I mean, you could even Enclave and then something else, but
I don't think you want to lower merchants because, as you say, once the merchants are gone, your inventor looks real bad. Your princed inventor looks real bad.
It's not even that bad. You can just gain another inventor with it.
That's real bad.
Not if you're ahead in points.
Yeah, which is why you should get points here and not merchants, in my opinion.
Yes. Well, I'm not saying you should get merchants.
2 princes is reasonable. Yeah, maybe, but I don't understand why
I wouldn't.
You'd prince the inventor, though. Actually, yeah, since E Honda did just invest in 2 inventors, I don't think there's necessarily time for the second prince to pay off.
Just Enclave Province, maybe. I'm not seeing anything that's better, except Double Province, maybe.
Xyrix wants 2 pirate ships? Is that what I'm reading?
No, Xyrix's Enclave is worse than 2 pirate ships, which is just completely wrong, but okay. I don't understand that logic at all. Like, two pirate ships is absolutely terrible. It's clicking resign. Like, you're wasting turn. I don't even need to explain it. It's just awful. I'm not even sure you. Yeah, Enclave Province is fine. He's not really drawing deck though either. It's just never gonna get better for JNails. Though it's never gonna get better than Double Province.
I mean,
just Double
it
Province.
could be better if you prince a courtyard or a
Province.
merchant or a sentry.
I don't think it's getting better. Just Double Province here. I guess you could Enclave Province anyway. But, like, courtiers are printing golds anyway.
They are not. They have not printed golds yet. But yeah. I don't know. He's thinking through all his options. I'm sure he'll come up with a good one.
Yeah, okay. Enclave Province. I'm sold.
So, okay, people in chat, when, like Johns, when you're saying you want 2 princes, do you mean you want 2 more princes? Right now, as the buys. 2 more princes. So 3 princes total. Okay. That's a lot of princes. You know, sometimes in monarchies, when you have too many princes, it inevitably leads to conflict because the princes know that they're going to have to split the power between them. And if they remove their brothers, they can gain more power for themselves. It's something you want to watch out for.
If E Honda's really going for this Inventor Mega turn, you might have a lot of time, I'm not gonna lie. Because E Honda has to get ins for every single inventor. It's gonna be really fucking slow. Pardon my language. It's gonna be really slow. So, I mean, JNails might have all day, but I would just green.
I think draw is like the big problem.
I mean, even Province Prince isn't the worst idea. I could get behind it. Second Sentry. Oh gosh, yeah. Prince Province is better than Sentry Merchant Province. I would have gotten Second Sentry over that. Although I really would have just Enclave Province, I think.
All right, so E Honda for the first turn in this game, turn 21, he has overdraw.
Does he?
Maybe
no,
doesn't.
He does. No.
Yeah, Ian needs to discard cards. How inconvenient.
Yeah.
He at least gets to draw cards that he has discarded.
It's kind of funny, but E Honda would like a Sentry in his deck. I find it's kind of funny to say that. But... yeah, he's going for the Inventor Megaturn, which just seems weird.
Yeah, he's got the end now.
I don't think you're going to be able to empty that. Like, I don't believe in it. You need so many inventors.
So you need... so once you play 4 inventors, then provinces cost 4. So you need to play a 5th inventor before you can gain a province from it. But you can potentially look for duchies, maybe? Empty merchants and then try to empty duchies, but that requires a lot of buys.
Well, buys aren't that much of a problem, are they? Like, Inventor can gain most of the duchies. Oh, E Honda doesn't even have Fairy yet. Oh, sheesh. Okay. Oh, yeah, then buys are a big problem. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the end game yet. We'll see what E Honda has in mind.
E Honda also has ambassadors to send over duchies. if he really wants to go for that line.
Oh yeah, we want to pay attention to those sneaky ambassador things.
Like I think what happened this game was JNails went way ahead. JNails botched it. E Honda kind of caught up with getting 6 alchemists, and then E Honda botched it by going for this stupid inventor mega turn.
Well,
So now that's my
let's.
opinion.
These players are both very good,
Oh, of course,
executable.
of course.
So I prefer not to use that kind of language. But I don't think it was so clear in the early game. Like I think JNails may have been slightly ahead, but it was a situation where JNails was definitely thinner,
Yes.
but E Honda had the edge in stuff, right? He had the extra ins, he had the lead, like the first pick on Alchemist. So I think it was just like one of those trade offs where JNails gets real thin and E Honda's adding stuff, and then is it all going to come together for E Honda? And he had some nice draws when he needed them to be able to win the Alchemist split and get clean. As for the end game, it's a complicated end game. I definitely would have played without inventors or with like just one inventor, but both players are.
The game's already like 8 games away from ending with the ends and merchants. This should be pretty trivial. So JNails can just keep scoring, and then if E Honda touches these piles, JNails can just slam piles with Ambassador. He has one Ambassador, one Inventor. He can definitely put pressure on E Honda if he wants to get too cute.
Yeah, in is a potential third pile as well. Yeah, I mean we can be sure the merchants are going to run. So yeah, third pile could be in for sure.
E Honda looks in a really bad spot here. Like I really don't like his position.
I'm curious to see what he does.
I just don't see how he's gonna put it all together. Just like he has to like connect tons of ins, tons of inventors. It looks bad. Especially if JNails just like double provinces next turn, it looks really bad for E Honda. If JNails doesn't double province, maybe, but
yeah, I think a double province is likely, and because of the interesting top deck situation, JNails does get to put that like merchant that he gains from his inventor into his shuffle, which is nice. It's minor, but it's nice.
Yeah, if E Honda's gonna go for this inventor thing, he needs to get fair too. Like,
yep,
like this turn probably. It's probably forced as well. Probably, maybe even Ambassador, one of these silvers away. No, except he can't. Never mind. Let's see.
Yeah, I agree with Wandering Winder that I don't think E Honda is planning for a traditional Megaturn like gaining multiple provinces.
He's hoping for a cheeky pile out in which JNails is not going to let him do it.
Okay, so E Honda follows with one province, so we'll see what JNails can put together. I agree that if JNails gets 2 provinces, that looks pretty good for him. Because E Honda's deck is now full of inventors that he can't. Inventors and ins, which is very much draw negative.
He took an inventor.
I don't think there's going to be a pile out for JNails.
I don't like that inventor. It's just letting E Honda maybe have an out. It's still pretty unlikely, but I don't think there's a reason to get another inventor for JNails there. But I guess you don't want to gain a merchant either.
Why? No, I would want to gain a merchant.
Well, you're not doing better than Noble Province.
Yeah, you can. You can play Courtier for +5, +3 coins.
I guess with the 2 inventors, you can at least get a duchy with 2 provinces, is maybe his thinking. Like, you're not going to triple. It's not about denying inventors, it's about lowering piles. Needlessly, in my opinion. But I guess I don't know. It's like a dud card. It's hard to play. JNails isn't really building for it. It's It's a
I mean,
little
it's not.
spooky.
He could play it. It's just he's passing up the opportunity to get a second option from Courtier, or potentially to play as ambassador. And I agree with don't worry about playing ambassador. But I would. I think. I mean, I guess it's. Yeah, it's just an extra card that's a stop card that is what gives me pause. It is obviously playing an inventor is better than getting a second option from Courtier, but it costs you a card. Looks like he does trash the potion, which makes sense because he's not going to be able to play the ambassador, I don't think, this turn. Top deck ambassador here, play in, right?
I would imagine so.
Top deck's the inventor instead.
I don't know that it matters.
Well, I was thinking you discard the ambassador because you're not going to play it. Because you play on here with the in, right? I'd be shocked if you don't play on here. All you have is 2 cards in that discard pile. You can draw everything.
You would play on here.
And Sentry means that you have a clean shuffle if you want it. I'm just a little confused. I guess he's going to plan to play the inventor and try to draw what he plays, but what is he gonna draw? I don't know. I guess he can discard. No, he's holding on to the ambassador. So planning to play the ambassador, which means he's going to. Well, what's he going to ambassador?
Doesn't mean it doesn't mean he's going to play ambassador. You could courtier for coins and buy an inventor.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Yeah. You do need to keep an ambassador around because it's the only dual type card.
Yes.
Right. I was missing out on that important facet.
So right now he's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 6, which is 14. He has 14 coins right now.
You can get up to 17, 3 buys, and inventor for a duchy. And everything costs less, so that is enough.
That's province duchy.
He's 1 coin short from triple province, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he'd need 18 coins to be able to.
Well, it's
triple.
J press. It's not like he could. Yeah, he couldn't have drawn the copper. And plus, I wouldn't have kept it anyway. I don't think triple. Like you could just double twice and then be fine. I don't think triple and then.
I don't know. I think this could have been possible, right? Because he has a province in hand. If instead that province was in his discard pile.
Oh, he could have tossed the amp. Yeah, but then like, how is he getting the 3rd buy?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, he drew a province, right? If instead he drew the copper, then it would have all worked out. Or the gold, right?
Maybe there's a way this works.
Oh, but there was a province on top of his deck. Okay, but if he had played... Yeah, I think he could have rearranged things, right? So he played an in and then a sentry. If instead he had played a merchant than an in, he would have drawn the province, discarded the province, and he would have had at least a 50-50 chance of the province being the card he didn't draw this turn. But again, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to get 3 provinces, but getting 2 provinces and like maybe duchy sentry looks pretty good to me. Maybe he had a 2 out of 3 chance. I'd have to roll back. There were ways in which this turn could have been played, in which he would have gotten to be able to buy 3 provinces.
Do you even take a duchy here? You could just take an in.
I prefer sentry to in. I think.
Let's see, if he takes in, it allows him to take another inventor, but then he's really, really pushing it on draw, so that's probably not the line. He probably just wants to push points here. It's probably just Dutchy.
Oh, you know what he could do? Oh no, he doesn't have the extra buy. I was gonna say double province in courtyard would be nice, but he doesn't have the buy.
He could get a sentry here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 17. Okay. He could have top decked a sentry with his in. Like if he had gained a sentry, he could have bought in here and then.
Sure, it's just a question of whether he wants a duchy. I think. Yeah, goes for 2 provinces and a duchy. This seems extremely safe, and I think it puts Ihana in a pretty tough spot. Probably you have to be able to take. You have to feel safe taking 1 province to see Honda.
Yeah, the Honda has to.
Because like JNails couldn't quite hit 3 provinces that turn. It's really unlikely that he hits it on this turn. But you obviously don't want to leave provinces at 2.
This is a bit of a dilemma for Honda.
It's just such an awkward deck. I would never have built that way, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's potentially a lot of pile pressure with all the inventors. But he could the thing with the in is he could discard these inventors if
it's a lot of pile pressure, but he's never going to get a lead, so it doesn't matter.
But if
slow,
he can discard the inventors if he doesn't want them this turn.
Yeah, he probably has to toss at least one inventor. Could toss. Can't toss ambassador here because he could have played the courtier earlier, and then he could have just tossed the ambassador, but he didn't. So, I think I would have played the courtier first.
I mean, it's still an option for he has another in, so he can pull that trick, grab the coins and buy, and then discard the ambassador. But the trouble here is he might be triggering that shuffle. He's got at least 1 more merchant, doesn't he? He's got more ins too, I think.
He tossed 1 potion already. I think he's only got 2.
So I think what you do, I don't think you want to trigger that shuffle, so you discard 2 things, and you play merchant, you can do the courtier thing, and then play in, and then if you draw into an in and a merchant, you just discard both of them, because you can't really afford to trigger the shuffle. Okay, so Chad is saying that Ihana only has 1 merchant, so I think the only draw card he has left in those 3 is another in, which you just end up discarding with your final in, I think. Which means you're going to have 4 terminal actions you can play, which I think means you discard at least 1 inventor there, but he doesn't. Right, because you want to discard in, I guess you discard in inventor here. But yeah, he could have played the courtier, he could have revealed the ambassador first. Well, he's got an estate, he might want to play the ambassador actually. Oh, he doesn't have fair, that's right. Awkward.
Ihana has to hope JNails duds or messes up somehow. He has to pile next turn, which means he has to, what does he have to do? Bum rush duchies? Does that even work?
I think you gain 2 duchies here as Ihana, right? Because you're going to play an inventor, gain something. Then you're going to play 2 more inventors to gain the duchies.
So if Ihana takes 4 duchies, he still doesn't get to 21 points, and then JNails.
Well, he's going to buy a province. So buying provinces is a done deal. It's a question of what else he does. on his turn.
Okay, well, if he's getting a province and 3 duchies, I think he gets a point lead. Let me count. That's 7 plus 15.
I think it's what you do. You can probably take a merchant too.
22, yeah, he gets 1 point lead here if he gets triple duchy province. And then JNails doubles, and then what do you do? But, like, you have to just hope. Yeah, but JNails isn't that likely to triple. In fact, he's less likely to triple because JNails added a bunch of junk to his deck.
Yeah, I don't think JNails. I don't think you can play around JNails tripling.
Yeah, JNails isn't gonna triple anyway, but if he does, it doesn't matter. Like, even if JNails doubles, it's like, what are you gonna do? It seems really difficult. Anyway, he takes just 3 duchies here.
Gains a courtyard.
Yes.
Even more terminal stuff, which I don't like too much, but the rest of the stuff makes sense. Courtier, does it need to get coins? It does. So that's a done deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Action.
Looks like neither player is picking up on the play Courtier, revealing Ambassador, and then play an
and
discard Ambassador.
Yeah. You can just
Ambassador or Province. Yeah.
That's way
yeah.
too easy.
That seems much more realistic.
Yeah, I don't think he. Well, JNails only has 4 Elks.
I don't see why you think a clean triple is so easy, Johns, when he didn't get it when his deck was better last turn.
Yeah, Ehon has to just go balls to the wall here and just province.
Yeah, he was $1 short and he made his deck worse.
He has to do it.
But yeah, the Ambassador thing, it's still not trivial for JNails to double and return, like, send Province with Ambassador, but it's definitely much more likely.
Yeah, if Ehon is not winning next term, he's not winning at all. Also, please
play the potion. Play the potion.
He's gonna forget to play the potion.
Play the potion.
No. Play the potion, please. Please play the potion. He'll undo and he'll let him undo. He'll let him undo. It won't matter. Okay. I mean, you just click. Yeah. All right. Now you hope JNails can't somehow end the game. Like, JNails can't send an ambassador and province. That's suicide. So if JNails can buy double, I think Yonda could win there.
So this could be courtyard. It's either merchant or courtyard, I think, to give you the best odds of winning this turn. I think I like the courtyard, seeing as I have the inn in my hand. But merchant's fine too. Yeah, I always forget about Ambassador or Province. It's something I need to...
I don't think you're aiming to triple here. Just double plus amp is good.
Oh, absolutely.
It's much easier. So that's the ending I would be going for. So whatever increases that the most will be the thing I'm going for, which would probably be courtyard.
That was a very nice start to the turn. Extremely good start to the turn. Man, he hasn't seen a bad card yet. All right, there's the province. He just needs to find the there he goes. That's
okay. I would court. No.
That's probably in hand right now.
No, don't. Why are you tossing province?
Well, he's not thinking about that line.
Too fast. He could. Let's see. He had silver in hand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He already had it in hand and he whiffed it. That sucks.
Well, we'll see if John's prediction can come true. This seems like the turn to do it. You have such beautiful draws. You probably can triple.
But he already had the win.
I understand. Excuse me. Executable. He's got the win again.
Yes. Yeah, he just doesn't see it. He's tunnel visioning.
It's okay. I think he might triple. The John's prediction will come true.
That's crazy. Wow.
So 7 merchants, so 7 coins. That brings him up to 10, 18. Yep, he's got it.
Yes.
And even has a spare action. Yeah, those draws were phenomenal.
He's just quad checking. Make sure it's not going to blow up in his face, which is good. So is that 1-1? I think JNails resigned the first one.
Yep, 1-1. First player has won both games. That was, of course, a very close one.
Yes.
JNails disappointed some spectators by not taking 3 princes, but did come through with the victory. It would seem that there's a break in order.
Alright, seems like a good time for me to get a drink then.
So let's talk about these players a little. So E Honda, the underdog, 15th seed. I mean, of course, this is a very stacked tournament. These were the top players from the leaderboard who signed up. I think it ended up going like top 21 or something they were all from. So very good participation there. And I think they all ended up with like a level of 63 or higher. But yeah, E Honda was on the lower end of that with the 15th seed, but managed to defeat Dan Brooks, Coplane, Psychomatic, JNails, and now has a rematch with JNails.
Isn't E Honda like top 10 on the leaderboard?
At this point, I'm not sure. Yeah, the leaderboard, is obviously fluctuates quite a bit. JNails came in as the 5th seed and managed to beat Brian, Marcus, Sammy, lost to E Honda, and then beat Dan Brooks in losers. So that was his path.
What's the command? It's not leaderboard, it's... I'll do help. Leader. Oh, it's just leader. Okay. Can I do leader top 50? I think I can. I feel like I can. Number of top ranks to show. Okay, I can do that. Alright, so leader, we'll do, say, 50 minus N50. Okay. E Honda's 31st, okay. But he's realistically like a top 15 player. Also, they started playing. I don't know why I said 15, I meant 10.
Yeah, I mean, there are about 50 top 20 players.
Yes.
Okay, so
it's like 50 top 10 cards as well.
I don't. So Conclave is the only plus actions. The only sustainable draw is Alchemist, but Tragic Hero is, of course, a nice card.
What's capital?
Plan on Market Square. I wonder if that's an interesting open, but it looks like E Honda will start with a research.
Is there a way you can skip Alchemist here?
All right, so there's a Baker token. I don't know if any of these 5s are worth opening. Possibly Artificer, but I might just want to hold on to the token.
It lets you play any action in buy phase, but only once. So it's not that good. Although
Capitalism, I tend to.
what you can do is you can have a big research turn, Tragic Hero, trash it, and then conclave another Tragic Hero. But then you'd have to conclave like a market square in order to draw the gold you'd gain. But it has pretty big dividends there potentially. Also, Tragic Hero can gain any card. It can gain Noble Brigand, Artificer, Conclave, and Lighthouse. Yeah, it can if you buy Capitalism.
Okay. It can gain cards with plus coin in them, yes. If it could gain itself, that would be pretty interesting. But yeah, it could gain Artificer. The trouble, though, is the draw is a little tricky to put together in a sustainable way. But yeah, there is definitely the option for like a big research turn into a big Tragic Hero thing with potentially Artificer thrown in the mix. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what these two players do.
I'm never really good with like Artificer. I feel like it's a really hard card to play with, but
yeah, that seems like a tricky
Artificer. I feel like Artificer here is the absolute key card, and whoever plays with Artificer better will probably come out with this one.
I was thinking it might be Tragic Hero.
It's not that hard to play with. Like Artificer gaining stuff mid-turn, or like when to get a province, or like setting up a research trash or something, I feel like is going to be more important. But I could be wrong. Like, let's say we set up a research cycle where we're killing a gold every turn, gaining multiple golds with Market Square, and then we're tossing cards with Capitalism with Artificer in order to top deck a card. Then you research a gold, you set aside 6 cards, and you can set up your turns that way. With a lot of junk in them to just exponentially grow with Tragic Hero and Market Square, and like there's a lot of things you can do here, but I think you have to play with like a research stacking every turn probably. Which means you're gonna do.
I think you need Capitalism, but it does have some advantages.
I'm not convinced you play with it, but it's nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree that research is pretty important to let you do interesting things, because otherwise you have to increase your hand size with either Alchemist, which is a little slow, or Conclave Tragic Hero, and then, well, how are you actually going to activate any Tragic Heroes if that's what you want to do?
I think research Market Squares might open. Yeah. I think that's what I do here, and then I want 2 researches, and I want to cycle them, hopefully. Just slam Market Squares and researches, maybe. Like here is E-Honda, I would just kill Copper by Market Square right there.
Interesting. So double research opening for E-Honda.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I mean, I don't think Market Square is doing too much for you in the first shuffle.
Well, if it finds you a gold, it's really good. Like, if you get Estate Research Market Square, it's amazing.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. It's even better if you kill the gold and then get another gold and then just draw a bunch, and then you have your research set up for next turn, and it's, yeah. It's not too likely, but if you land it, it's just so good.
Okay, so JNails goes with plan on the Market Square pile.
Don't think plan is needed, but I always underestimate it.
I like it because research trashing Copper is sad.
It is. It is sad, yes.
And plan trashing Copper is a little less sad. If you know you're going to be getting Market Squares, I think it's like the Market Square is not doing much on the first shuffle unless you get that nice collision, as you said. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this board is So many options.
T-Moon, what if I kill a gold and I have 6 market squares in hand? Or even
Or
3
even
market
3.
squares in
Yep.
hand? Yeah, it would be 3. Then I would just put aside 6 cards. So it's not spinning, I am gaining cards.
Yeah, people dreaming about the Noble Brigand capitalism, but then reading Noble Brigand and seeing it can only trash silver and gold.
E Honda still doesn't have a market square. Well, I assume he's getting one this turn.
So what did he pick up on turn 3? He planned Market Square. Okay.
Yeah. Seems fine. To kill a copper.
JNails. Interesting. Okay, so JNails was able to use the coffer on turn 3 to trash an estate. Interesting. And gets a very nice turn 4 where he draws the Market Square and the estate. Ooh. That's a really good draw for JNails.
Yeah, I think I just like taking the golds here.
That was
Killing a
a,
copper.
I think it was a 1 out of 3 draw, right, for JNails. So not super unlikely, but very nice.
Yeah. You know what's really funny? You can skip Alchemist here. It's probably correct.
Oh, I mean, they're both heading in that direction, yeah.
Yeah. Nasmith or Naismith or I don't know how you say his name.
N.A. Smith.
North America Smith. He entered or not available or not applicable Smith. He he introduced me to the concept that Alchemist is like a 4 out of 10 card. It sucks. He usually skips it. Sometimes he gets burned, but like 8 times out of 10 he doesn't. So my gut instinct now is always to just find a way to play without Alchemist if possible. So
Oh, I misunderstood the situation there. JNails didn't have a research in hand. That was his duration research.
Oh,
okay, not nearly as good. But I guess what he was thinking was, should I hold on to the Market Square so that when if I buy Market Square, I can react with the Market Square via the plan trash. But he decided to instead play it, and we'll see what he buys with 6 coins.
I don't like him playing Market Square there. Like if he finds the research and he kills the estate, it's only setting aside 1 card. It's not that good. Oh, he only has 1 research. Why did he play the Market Square? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, he bought 2 Market Squares with it.
I guess I would just prefer the gold and 1 Market Square, but.
So E Honda sees his deck, but is he missing? The research is on bottom, I think, which is.
Yes, I'm just
sad
taking
times.
gold here. Kill copper, take gold.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And then if you get God draw of like 2 Market Square gold, research in hand, then like you just win.
But I still don't really know what the game plan is, so I'm kind of just going to be discovering what these players are doing. Like they will probably want a 5 cost at some point, so we'll see.
Okay.
How they add those in.
This is not ideal, but it's fine. Just kill the estate. I would buy another Market Square.
Oh, it looks good. Oh, it looks great for Honda, I think. But
yeah,
for JNails, he's got a sad time.
Like ideally here, you'd like to have seen 1 Market Square so we could kill the gold, replace it, and then just draw 6 cards next turn, and then it just blows up from there. But you know, not all memes can become. Not all dreams can. I don't know what I was gonna say there.
So JNails really needs to pick up a second research at some point, I imagine.
Yes. I would just take another Market Square here. Yep, correct. All right. Sad he didn't find the. Oh, he set it aside. All right, yeah, he's blowing up this turn.
Yeah, so it'll be the question for E Honda of whether he trashes the gold or not.
He does. I
mm,
trash the golds
I think
here.
I prefer the copper.
Well, I want to set aside cards instead of not setting aside cards, so it's gold.
Yeah,
I'm
but you
getting
don't
2
get to
gold set.
buy anything.
That's not true. He has a copper set aside. Just buy market square without trashing. It's not that bad.
All right, so JNails does pick up the second research. Okay.
JNails has a lot of market squares. E Honda, like, only having 3 market squares could be a problem.
So yeah, research market square is the poor man's apprentice market square, but you take what you can get.
I might just take 2 market squares here. Yeah.
The line there would be play 1 market square, and then research a copper.
Man, this is not good. What happened? JNails looked really behind and is suddenly looking pretty clutch. Like, JNails already gets to nuke a gold. Like, this looks really bad. Ihana might still just have to do that.
I mean, E Honda has 4 market squares, so it hardly seems like it's.
Oh, wow, this worked out
big
really
problem.
well for Honda. This is fine. Oh, okay.
So you can play 1 market square, and then you can research a gold, discard 3.
Yes.
Yeah, this looks like a sufficient number of market squares, I think.
You could even get a 5th one here, no problem.
Oh, wait, what? Oh,
There's
JNails
already...
couldn't buy the market square.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Did he not? What just happened there? Huh. He
I
didn't
don't know
want
why
to
he...
play the market square. Interesting. I guess it's fine.
I would not have tossed.
I mean, he can buy the last one and trash a copper here. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine, but it is sad.
It's only sad if you don't see your research next turn, which is a distinct possibility.
Yes. Okay.
I guess you play some number of market squares so that you can see your research, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is fine. He's gonna find it guaranteed. However, if he doesn't, if it's on the bottom, he's not gonna get max gold.
Yeah, he will, because he has 5 market squares now.
Right.
What I'm wondering is if either player can find an opportunity to trash the remaining coppers now.
Well, you could just pick up a 3rd research if you really want to, but it seems not very good. You just move the plan token somewhere, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what the next step is for E Honda. Does he go straight in for province? Does he? Yes. You probably want a terminal, right? Do you want a tragic hero?
Then you play the lottery of do I draw golds or market squares. It does allow you to toss another market square.
I mean, because at some point their deck... At some point very soon, the deck's going to become too thick. Like, you're gaining more golds than you're getting rid of, so I think maybe you do want more researches.
It's always at this point where I'm not sure what to do, and it really just, like, you just play out your turn as is in your hand.
So
like, that's usually what I do at this point.
This could be plan on research by research for JNails. Trash that copper.
Why?
Because you do not want these coppers.
There's another market square on top. You just play this market square right now.
Yeah. Having 3 buys is real nice here, I think.
Yeah.
Funny golds could run very, like, before provinces are out. Seems pretty likely, actually.
Let's see. He's going to have 15, 16 money.
I don't think Estate John's
He
is
could.
talking about the 3 piles.
No, he's not going to 15.
I agree. Research seems like that's a likely 3 pile. Estate, I just don't think you ever have a turn where you get to play. Well, I guess you can play all your market squares on your last turn. So somebody has to lower estates to 6 before that becomes a possibility. I don't know if anybody will do that.
I like Province Tragic Hero here, I think.
He just played all those coppers immediately. Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Could be Province Cartographer. I was looking for lines of Province plan on Baker, but there's no way to do that.
Yeah, no way to get a province and plan on anything
like
except Lighthouse.
I think I'd want a Baker more than I would want an Artificer. And
yeah, Artificer's not looking good here.
Yeah, it doesn't anymore. I always forget how good Research Market Square is. I mean, it's like the first time I've looked at the game in I think a month. So I'm pretty out of it.
Thankfully, both of the players picked up on this synergy. Seems like the thing to do.
I always have weird ideas on how the board will work, and then I actually play the board, and then I'm like, oh, that was stupid. So I'm just glad I don't take my opening ideas too seriously.
Yeah, I think I like a province here. It's you don't have too many turns left. If we assume that each player gains 3 golds on their turns, then there are only like 2 more turns for each player of actually gaining golds. So maybe kind of like 3 turns total before you think the game might be over. Yeah, I don't know about this.
Greed piles, I whatever. It's not that bad.
I mean, I'm. You guys know I like buying provinces. I would have bought province there.
I think I do agree with the province anyway.
Yeah, so here's an interesting question. You know you got a research down there. Maybe you're happy to just set that aside and not play these market squares. Unclear.
Well, if you play a market square and draw a research,
you get to trash a copper, but that's not much.
It's fine, but then you're tossing 2 market squares, so that's 4 cards, and then you're gonna top deck 2 cards, of which could be a market square or gold. That's probably not a big deal. And then if that doesn't happen, what happens? You draw. There's a market square in there. There's a research in there. I assume there's a gold in there and maybe a copper. I don't know how many coppers are left. There's 8 in the trash. E Honda had 2 left? 3 left? He had 2 coppers he played. However, he set aside 0 coppers. Okay. Which means 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Which means it's guaranteed gold, copper, research, and market square on the top 4, right?
I believe you. There's definitely a market square there. And there's definitely a research there.
Yeah, there's definitely a copper. There must be a copper, which means there must be a gold.
Yeah, I think you just really want to avoid the situation where you don't have a research on your turn.
That's the bell of death, to not have a research turn.
I don't know. Yeah, playing 1 market square here seems... I would be tempted. If you draw a gold, that feels really good.
Gold's piling out.
Yes, golds will empty this game.
Yeah, no question. Well,
It's down to the players how aggressively they chase provinces about whether or not it'll end on 3 pile. I think given E Honda's play last turn, it's almost certainly going to be 3 piles now. If he had instead gone for a province, I think it could have ended that way.
JNails can set aside deck with 1 market square discard, but should he? I'd want more golds. I'm greedy.
If you're not going to discard more than 1 market square, you should play a market square. That's my opinion. Okay, he plays it and draws another. And kind of same decision now.
Now it just looks way better to just stop here.
Does it though?
Well, there's a copper, gold, and
I think I only want to discard 2 market squares here. I really want to draw that gold.
And if you draw the research,
it's not the end of the world. You can buy another research here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I like one more market square play.
Well, you'd have the coins for it. You'd have province research if you really wanted that research, and you draw research here. Except then you can't kill the copper, which means you don't have it. You'd hit 13.
Right.
Seems fine to stop there, in my opinion.
Discards all of them. Okay.
Well, they set aside the market squares are on top, so worked out pretty good for him.
Yeah, I think it's fine. And here can be province research. Yep, I like that.
I like it too. Of course, he's gonna go greed pile, just get like Conclave Tragic Hero, which probably isn't even that bad, but I do want to green.
I don't know what JNails is gonna do. I'm not familiar enough with his playstyles.
I don't know why, but I've just decided to start calling when people are going like greedy, just like greed piles.
Yeah, so far we've seen E Honda take it in that direction. You know, on the game 2, he went with the inventor thing, which was
he's doing it now.
Yeah, he could have gained a province on his last turn as well. Yep.
I tend to do more rushy stuff, so me just going province is to be expected.
Okay, plays the copper. Probably gonna get Tragic Hero then. What on earth?
Noble Brigand.
What on earth? Okay, these guys have ideas. We'll see it. We'll see if they play out.
I mean, it skipped the research. It really hurt, but he also found the other one, so it's fine. Like, he could have played most of these market squares without finding the research. That could have actually really hurt.
Yeah, but how do you know the research is on top? You don't.
You don't, but since it flipped it, I mean,
they could have just been as easily both researchers are at the bottom, right? Like, discarding research is not a benefit of the Noble Brigand buy because you just have no idea where it is in the deck.
I think you just play a market square here.
Play one? Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
So I want to set aside the research.
Yep.
Doing it in the other order of setting aside the drawing doesn't make any sense.
It works either way. You're guaranteed to have research in your hand. Yeah, because you're going to trigger a shuffle here, and the research is either going to be set aside or in your hand.
And then you don't have it set aside.
But you have it in hand. It's all the same.
Well, what if you drew the research this turn? Then it's not the same.
I'm very confused by what you're saying. Like, the play there was completely safe. He's guaranteed to have a research in his hand next turn.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Now the question is...
I don't know why I was thinking of just tossing 2 market squares and then playing one as a draw card.
For sure a province is here. I mean, playing a market squares also seemed fine to me. But all right, so that seemed good, and he's got a Conclave and a Tragic Hero set aside. So big turn for E Honda coming up. Possibly big enough for JNails needs to worry about 3 pile. Possibly, depending on how many golds he takes. Like if you take 3 golds, potentially that sets up a 3 pile for E Honda. Right, I think you'd like, if possible. Okay.
How does that?
So E Honda has a Tragic Hero in hand, and he's got another Tragic Hero in deck. So both of those can gain golds, and he can discard 2 market squares for golds, and then buy 4 researches, and then maybe like an estate or something. If JNails doesn't get more than 1 province.
But he's gonna score more than 1 province.
Well, he's forced to, basically, yeah. Which is fine if you can get 2 provinces, obviously. Double province is great, and he has that available in hand, but not if he's going to trash the gold.
I think your Conclave market square right now, I don't think you take more than 2. Like, it's already too bloated. Yeah, okay.
Well, you can't Conclave market square because he's already played it. But yeah, I agree with playing the market square, and now he can Conclave research. Okay. I mean, whatever. You can play Conclave terminal. It's all, it's all fine. But yeah, this has got to be double province, I think.
Yes. Probably can't conclude. Yeah.
Okay, so he sets aside research, so he knows his next turn is fine. Yep. He doesn't need double province, but I think I like it.
I want double province.
Me too. Double province makes it very awkward for E Honda to green, because if E Honda
JNails did buy a noble brick.
Okay, so here's the advantage of double province. If you get double province, you make it really awkward for your opponent to get double province, and I think that's great because
I don't think you can triple very easily.
I think you can. If you don't discard any market squares, I think it's completely reasonable to triple. That fear has to be there. As E Honda, if there were 5 provinces left in the supply, I would feel very cautious about taking 2. But now I take 2 in a heartbeat, and I don't worry at all. In fact, now I'm in a great spot because if JNails takes even just 1 province, I'm feeling great.
Okay, but if it's at 5 and you lower it to 3, or if let's say you violate double duchy province and then E Honda triples anyway, is that even? Can you even come back from that?
If E Honda if you took 2 provinces and E Honda triples, yeah, you can definitely come back from that. Province, double duchy, estate, it's possible.
Let's see. So E Honda would be at 12. JNails. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Easy win this turn for
Could
Honda.
have played Conclave first, but oh well. In fact, should have definitely played Conclave first. Conclave market square. But it's okay. It's all the same, I think. Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
This is a big turn. You have both researches in hand, which you don't like to see. No, actually it's fine, because you're just committed. Next turn is your last turn. Yeah. In fact, you can research a research this turn. I think as E Honda, you can commit to 2 more turns.
Could already be in hand. Like, if he researches the research, tosses 3, that's 3 golds. Then he just needs 4, 8, 12 plus 6, which is 18 money, and then he needs to also score a duchy and an estate or a province.
Hold on. Oh yeah, I wasn't looking at the piles. Yeah, so Tragic Hero, play here, gain gold.
Oh, you can just play Tragic Hero too.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Research and Tragic Hero are equivalent. You're gonna play them both either way.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think you're right. The win might be here, which makes 2 provinces obviously look a lot better. Yeah. Okay. So would 2 provinces have been safe? It looks like not. Nope, it would not have been. So yeah, it looks like E Honda was winning no matter what JNails did. Well played by E Honda.
2-1.
Mm-hmm.
E Honda's 2 games away from winning $120.
The big money.
Yes. Tournament big money. Wow, that's a lot of games. That's 5 billion games. Wait, no, it's not. I can't count. I am so tired. That's 54 million. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that includes
the lack of commas are just throwing me off.
That includes bot games, yeah.
My eyes are already blurry, and yeah.
All right, so on to the subject of awkward draw once again. We've got Just Experiment. And Invest, potentially.
How does invest work when you game? Oh man, you just invest experiment. Oh, this is so toxic.
Yeah, Invest and Experiment seems like
This
the
is
thing to do.
So toxic.
Well, if both players invest Experiment, doesn't that just shut down draw? Nobody wants to buy experiments at that point.
Because you just draw them 4 cards and then they buy alter.
Yeah, I mean, so I just think both players are going to invest it. It's just better for the first player who hits 4.
Yeah, this should be invest experiment like immediately. This board sucks. This is why invest is on my blacklist.
I think it's fine. I think it's annoying that I just would prefer it if the card wasn't drawn. I haven't thought about it too much, but the draw triggering when the other player invests is what bothers me, because it gives like a stronger first player advantage.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Otherwise, it's an interesting event, I think, because in my experience, it hasn't been super powerful.
What?
To invest in things.
Oh, that is so wrong. E Honda is gonna capitalize so hard on that mistake. Yeah, that was huge.
Whoops.
Well, alter here. Has to be, right?
Oh, well, that's great.
Hey, E Honda could invest again. Like, why not?
Well, you don't need to. It's enough disincentive. I don't think JNails is ever going to buy an experiment now.
Probably not.
So I like a mill here, I think, probably, but it goes with invest.
I mean, that's 8 cards now.
Well, yeah, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. You could have just invested the mill.
I'd rather just get the mill. I don't think denying mills to the opponent doesn't really do anything, since JNails has one. Mill is not the kind of card that you really want to spam here. You don't need to spam it here. Although at this point, JNails probably wants to invest experiment, but that's really awkward because of that clause in invest, which means that E Honda draws 4 cards.
It's not that big of a deal. You know E Honda is very likely to find both experiments anyway, and he's going to draw a lot. He's almost certainly hitting 6. Like,
I don't think so.
No?
Because he doesn't have a mill. He literally just has experiments.
Yeah. Okay, he just gave him a free alter. Okay.
Yeah. And he can even hold on to that experiment. The very last one that will ever be gained. we can presume.
Yeah, maybe you do it to trigger a bad shuffle, but like drawing 4 cards to trigger a bad shuffle seems very situational and almost impossible.
I think I like bandit money here now that experiment's taken out of the equation. Loan, ooh. I mean, it's going to be good this turn, but every subsequent turn, you know it's going to find your gold. It's like by the rules of the game.
Yep.
So an amazing double alter for E Honda. I don't know if that's actually that good on a board with no draw. We'll find out.
Man, you just would love to click on experiment, but you can't.
You cannot. You cannot do it. Yeah, I think I would have gotten gold as E Honda there or bandit instead of second alter. We'll see.
Yeah, second alter was bad. I mean, it can gain duchies. It's not that bad, but
Yeah, I mean, but seeing it in hand means pretty much guaranteed you're not going to hit province that turn.
Camel Train is not that interesting. Like, all right, you get a gold, but then you have a bad card in hand that you just want to kill the altar anyway.
No, I mean, I don't want to use my terminal space on Camel Train. I want one altar and one bandit, and that's it.
I don't know. I don't hate it. It's just I don't like it either.
So JNails goes with the Camel Train. Yeah, Festival's not a bad card. I think it's probably the right gain for E Honda, considering he already has the 2 altars. But you could argue that gaining a mill might have been a little better for E Honda there.
Isn't silver just a better card than anything you could buy here?
Yeah, but he has the loan, so obviously he's really
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the loan, but
no, never a fan of the loan. I mean, sometimes
it's
you
still
do
very
it.
likely he won't
Oh
flip.
no. Okay, so I guess these camel trains are mostly for the gold exile, is what I'm guessing. It's an
Yes.
interesting play.
I mean, if he finds them with the altar immediately, it works, I guess.
Well, no, you want to trash other cards. Like, he's got just one altar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, silver seems better than loan and double camel train. He could have 3 silvers instead, but it's not. I mean, it's more interesting. You can't fault a player for doing the more interesting thing. Well, I mean, I don't usually.
Fortune teller is kind of bad here, like usual. I was thinking, it's a decent attack, and I'm like, oh, I know, just can top deck a mill. So not even good at that on this board.
All right, both players are doing the camel train thing. E Honda sees the dreadful
Isn't
turn.
it weird? Is it weird that I just want a duchy already? It's probably bad.
Yes, you want to buy provinces on this board. I might be taking mills more than festivals, though. Okay, bandit for E Honda. That seems correct.
Oh, that was a god mode loan. Please buy silver. Please buy silver.
Okay, he's
thank
got the
you.
silver. Oh, awkward altar.
It is.
Probably don't play it.
I mean, is 7 that much better than 4? Like, all right, what did E Honda invest?
Well,
he didn't even invest a mill.
But gold
you
is a
could
good
just buy
card.
a
But gold is a
Yeah,
good card. Why would you trash it?
well, presumably to get a duchy, but it's still too early. So, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know. It's not. I don't hate killing gold. I just. Oh, okay. Well, that was really good. They can kill a camel train in province and get a duchy.
Wow.
That was amazing.
E Honda's gonna kick himself when he watches this part of the video.
Don't kill camel, exile gold.
Yeah, I think so. Trash the copper. Oh, you can camel train exile gold then play bandit.
Yes, that was the plan, but I don't know if I like that. I kind of just like going for province duchy already. It's gonna be gold's getting killed everywhere with bandit. It's not that like.
Yeah, I could go either way here. I think I slightly prefer province. Yeah.
He has 2 camel trains. Just kill one already. Like.
Yeah, I prefer province upon consideration. Like
it's gonna be what, 3 turns until he sees that gold he just gained. Like, it's not.
Yeah, huge. and the province he would have gained. Yeah, no, this is far too slow.
Yeah, this is really slow.
Invest in mill is interesting because you get the VP for it. It's like a salty earth.
It's a cheaper salty earth that only works on 1 card.
It's the same price.
No, salty. Oh wait. Oh, I'm looking at Banquet while I was talking about. I am really tired.
But okay, it looks like JNails does get province here, so he's looking ahead,
Yeah,
despite
like
him missing out on the invest experiment on
could
turn
have
two.
had two. Could have had two provinces.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the big thing was he picked up the banquet instead of the second altar, which just looks way better.
All right, loan sweepstakes. Oh, that's amazing. Look,
Yay!
man, this loan has really worked out for JNails.
Hasn't missed.
These camel trains. Well, now you might as well gain the 2 golds with them.
Ooh, friendly bandit.
Kind of sad to lose the altar, but it does give higher province odds, and you already have a 9-point lead. So yeah, that's probably still good. Well, I would duchy here for sure. Duchy time. No, duchy.
Hill seems fine.
Duchy. Duchy. Take the duchy.
This can be province and duchy.
Yes.
And E Honda is still looking bad.
It's just one of those. Wow. Okay, double province. Like, man, like, good job, E Honda.
Oh no.
Oh man, I hate invest.
I mean, you just don't do what E Honda's doing.
No, yeah, you have to play loan here.
There we go. That's what I expect to see with loan.
Yeah, what's gonna happen eventually? Please, duchy. Thank you. Province in hand. Yeah, this is over. E Honda can resign.
Very resignable.
You look at this hand.
I'm looking.
Look at this hand. This is what you get for buying Camel Train. JNails got so lucky. I'm not gonna lie, he did get lucky. Like, he should have gotten punished a little harder for his... What? Oh, man. Hey, Honda finally gets a province. There's not much to say.
JNails thinking very carefully to see if E Honda can somehow gain 29 points on one turn. He can't.
Guaranteed province in hand. It's just whatever. Duchy estate. Resign. Whatever.
Alright,
so
2-2.
Because of a swingy money board.
Because of superior play. I mean, he missed the turn 2. Invest, but I really dislike second altar.
E Honda was the one that did the best play correctly, and then afterwards just got shafted by bad draws, in my opinion.
No, I think second altar was clearly bad.
Although E Honda did buy those 2 invests that made JNails get amazing turns, so yeah, E Honda messed up pretty bad on that front. But I think outside of that, he didn't play that bad, and it's just really unlucky.
Second altar is bad.
Second altar is really bad, yes. It was really bad. Yeah, okay. I forgot he had the second altar. Yeah, okay. E Honda played awful. Alright. I agree.
Yep, second invest could have been a mill, and mill is pretty handy, especially in those early turns. Also, invest mill would have been somewhat reasonable, but I think I prefer just getting the mill, and then the next time you hit 4, you can consider investing mill.
Like, invest could potentially be an attack, right? Because if you know they have an 8 in hand and it's very close to the end of their shuffle, making them skip all those cards is really good, but that's very situational and hard to track.
And also, Festal was on the board, so we did see one time when that actually just gave JNails double province.
Yeah.
All right. Week draw continues. So there's no
Rats
plus
Forge.
actions except for Citadel. So drawing is very awkward.
It's just Rats Forge, right?
I
I say
don't know
that.
what that means.
Well, you play a bunch of rats, you have a forge, you forge rats into province, and then if you draw a forge in hand at the start of your turn with Citadel, you get 2 provinces.
Maybe. I would very much focus on getting to 8 here. Citadel seems like the most important thing on the board.
Gladiator, Chariot Race open, probably.
I would not open Chariot Race.
Well. Yeah, okay.
Cut Purse Silver is probably what I like.
Yeah, that's probably better. Man, I am tired. Yes, Cut for Silver is probably the best thing on this board. Second best would be Gladiator Silver. I don't know what I'm talking about with Chariot Race.
Yeah, Gladiator, I mean, Fortune could definitely, like with Forum, even if you're not increasing your hand size much, Fortune can definitely lead to some big turns. So, but I just don't know if, I think I prefer Cut Purse as the terminal of choice. It's going to be doing pretty good damage for the entire game. Okay, JNails is taking another break. Pursue. Is there anything interesting with Pursue here? Pursue just does help you once you have Citadel to set up a good target for it. Forum is an amazing target for your Citadel. I'm pretty sure. Okay, with Chariot Race in the Kingdom, you probably do want to try to trash with Forge. It's just all very awkward with the not being able to non-terminally draw, except with Citadel. I mean, maybe you can do a Forge Rats thing, but it's not anywhere close to on the top of my mind because I want to hit 8 and then I want to buy Forge.
Yeah, well,
then I consider Rats. Because if you get Rats before you hit 7 and 8,
yeah,
you're screwed. Yeah.
Yes.
But Rats is like a pretty good defense against the opponent's Chariot Races if they go in that direction.
On the other hand, you could just do you could do some Forge, Gladiator, Chariot Race. What's the card under Gladiator? Fortune. You could just go for that and completely ignore Rats, and I don't know if that's winning. Probably not.
What is the Gladiator doing there?
Well,
just helping you hit 8.
Fortune. Well, Gladiator just gets you to Fortune if you're going to play with the Fortune.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer
8. That's just double province right there, and then you get a gold off the Gladiator as well. Like, it's pretty nifty.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gladiator is reasonable, but I do prefer Cut Purse because I just think the opponent's gonna have coppers in hand for almost the entire game.
Plus, Steph just said, like, once you get Citadel, you can play with the Para Rangers, which also seems pretty good.
It is possible to do that stuff, yes. It is possible, but I don't think Ranger's going to pay off, but I could be wrong. We'll see if either of the players go for it. Yes, getting to 7 and 8 first are key.
So Gladiator helps you get to Fortune, but Cut Purse stops your opponent. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer Cut Purse, because Gladiator also helps your opponent get to Fortune.
I can get behind that.
I think Forum looks like a pretty great card here.
Pursue treasure.
Whoa! We got the Ranger opening from JNails. That, yeah, Terminal Ranger play, drawing 5 cards, that is definitely a way to hit 8.
And then he plays Cut Purse and hits 7.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting move.
It would suck so much if he drew just enough for 7 just because Cut Purse hit a copper.
I mean, that's okay on this board. You're happy to pick up the Forge.
Yeah. Well, what if he hits 6? That would really suck.
Yeah, I mean, you have to buy silvers to set that up, yeah.
It's not even possible. You would have 4 cards plus 5. You'd have to draw all 3 estates. It's very unlikely.
For him, yeah. I don't know about the Chariot Race for E-Honda. I think I'd like second silver.
Please don't pursue here. Please don't pursue.
Maybe it's fine. So, okay, if you draw your Cut Person silver... No, I think I like another silver for E-Honda there, because I want to see 2 silvers and a Cut Person hand set up by Forums, and then you have 2 coppers, and that's how I hit Citadel.
Won't matter because E-Honda will top deck Cut Purse with this Chariot Race.
Well, if that works out, then you're really happy to have the Chariot Race instead. But yeah, I want to get Citadel before Forge, ideally, but obviously if you hit 7, you take the Forge. But it's just Forge is gonna make it quite a bit harder to actually hit Citadel.
Please don't pursue. You're gonna top deck more cards than you. Please don't pursue.
Pursue seems okay, but not great.
No, it seems terrible.
No, you can pursue for silver and then buy for him.
Okay, and then you trigger a terrible shuffle in which Ranger's not in it. It seems awful.
No, it's not a terrible shuffle. It's a shuffle that has, like, silver, 2 silvers, and some coppers. In fact, you might even have enough to hit Forge.
I don't like it.
But I don't think you want to hit Forge with this play.
I don't like it.
Well, it's okay. You didn't do it.
Well, he hits Forge here. And if it's Chariot Race hit, he would have.
No, I think as JNails, now is the time to pursue Ranger. So this is like the best possible turn for E-Honda. Well, no, aside from the estates on the top of the deck.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
If Race had hit, he would have had the Citadel.
But
although, would have even made sense to buy, like, does he have another action card in these next 5 cards?
100%. If you hit 8, you buy Citadel.
Yes, but it would have still sucked.
So yeah, here he chooses not to buy the Forge. He's thinking, I really want to get Citadel before Forge, and I agree with that. So JNails buys a Ranger instead of pursuing. I don't like that, but it worked out. It all worked out, and JNails is in a pretty cool spot.
I don't know why you played that second for him.
Okay.
hand is really rotten for E Honda the next one.
Is it? I don't know. Doesn't he have? Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Like, why would yeah?
Well, he's got an artificer there or whatever.
You kind of have to pursue, but you would have liked to have bought the forge.
You can pursue and buy a forge or a forum. No, he's already passed up the opportunity to buy forge. I don't know. As E Honda, I would have just really liked a second silver instead of that chariot race. But in this case, the chariot race did activate.
I think I'm just confused by this line.
Which one?
Just everything E Honda's doing is confusing me.
He can easily hit 8 now. He just needs to see it together. So do you get forge here as JNails is the question. I think I prefer a forum. Forum pursue maybe. Maybe not pursue.
What if Ranger Chariot Race?
He's got another Ranger.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, never mind. Double Chariot Race, maybe, or maybe just Forge.
I'd rather have a forum, I think, than double chariot race here. It just plays so nicely with Citadel.
You could even buy Forum and then pursue name Forum as well. That's a thing you can do. But it seems fine.
Yeah, I think I would have liked that, but we'll see what happens here for JNails. So sad times for E Honda. He sees his cut purse, his artificer cut purse and silver, and none of his forums. Wait, what just happened here? Why did he discard for a chariot race? Oh, wait, he just didn't hit. He just keeps on not hitting 8, basically.
Yeah, I think it's time for rats for JNails.
I want a non-terminal action in my deck that's not rats, ideally, but no such luck.
It's rats because I want something good to forge. Could be a chariot, but I think I prefer rats.
No, I mean he can't buy forum, so yeah, I like rats.
I think even with forum, I would consider the rats, but you know, it is forum, so.
Well, here's another problem. There's no action card in those 5 cards. That was a little bit unlucky, but I mean, I think part of that was self-induced by buying that forge.
Come on, get the rates.
What's he gonna have next turn? Is he gonna have another 4 coin hand? No, he's got a silver at least, so he's got at least 5. Yeah, buy rats, then buy forum on your next turn. I think that's good. Now, like, you could have the exact same turn you had last time. Well, not exactly. You'll have more money, but...
What I don't get is why you didn't just pursue there again. Like, if you're going to do it once, you might as well do it twice and name Ranger or something, or name Forge, or Forum. Like, I don't... If you're going to pursue once, I don't see why you don't just pursue twice. Second pursue triggers a bad shuffle. I mean...
I think this is going to be 8. If so long as a silver or a cut purse aren't bottom decked, then they're not. Okay, finally. E Honda got there. Where's the hesitation? Oh, wait. Why didn't he play Artificer before? What the heck? Why didn't he play Artificer before Forum? Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. I have no words. Forum something. Or 3 chariot races. Okay. Okay.
Well, time for rats and a Ranger.
For who?
For JNails.
Well, he's had lots of opportunities.
now he's forced to get the rats. You're not getting a third ranger. It's JNails. And he's not going to get a cut purse, so it must be rats. Then again, it was rats before. I don't know. Anyway.
But he did get rats, so a little later than we might have expected.
All right, come on, E Honda. Wow.
I mean, it's fine.
Wow.
He's got it this turn. It's guaranteed. He has it in hand.
Yeah,
just take it. Just discard 2 forums and take it. No,
what?
No, please. Please.
Like, what's in these next 5 cards?
He does have 1 forum down there. It's okay. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a forum down there. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't comprehend.
You better top deck like erase or something.
You better click that Citadel button.
He's gonna buy like forum cherry eraser. No. It's Citadel. He has to buy. He's gonna click on Citadel.
You've been trying to do this the entire game. Oh my
No!
god! There was a chariot race down there.
Oh, there was a race down there too.
Oh my goodness!
What? Oh man!
I'm really, really baffled. I'm extremely baffled.
I'm speechless. I don't know what's going on. And he didn't even top deck the race. He could have just top decked the race and then bought a race there too. Wait, no, it doesn't work that way. Maybe it does work that way. I don't know how many cards he had in his discard. Probably too many.
Ooh, this is a bad 5 cards. I think I'd pursue Curse here as JNails.
Probably. Yeah.
You have 3 terminal actions in the... Wait, do you have... No, you have a chariot race down there. You're fine, actually. I'd just buy for him. Well, I know there's 2 rangers down there. But there's a forge, and you want a non-terminal to play with Citadel.
Well, if you're gonna name Curse, you might as well name Chariot Race.
Yeah, no. I was... My mistake. I forgot he had a 3rd chariot race. I would buy for him here, I think. I really don't care about winning the chariot race split. Like, if you have 3 chariot races and a better deck, that's a great place to be. And forum helps you set up some winning chariot races once you get deck control. As JNails, I want to set up a ranger. I want that journey token to be face down at the start of my turn, and I want to have a non-terminal action I can play at the beginning of my every turn, and then I can, while I'm trashing, I can I can ranger draw and then forge trash, and then once I'm done, I can just play 2 rangers. And that seems like a good deck. You have a few chariot races, you start buying some golds and provinces, and then you can reveal those to the chariot race. And that's the direction I'm thinking of as JNails. It's all a bit awkward while you still need to trash, but once you get a good trash in, it'll be beautiful. Yep, looks good to me.
So, if this board had no trashing and they were going for Chariot Race and somebody just snowballed and got all the BP, that would really be swinging low. I don't think anyone's gonna get that. It was terrible. I never said it was good. Oh, Rangers on top. Almost certainly means JNails will get at least one VP. I'm still surprised E Honda has neither Citadel or Forge. It's very strange.
I mean, I can't predict what's going to happen here. I would expect to see Citadel and possibly a pursue for Chariot Race.
Okay.
But okay, chooses not to pursue. It's fine. Like, you have so many non-terminals. Yeah, not exactly what you wanted to see. You definitely wanted to see your Rats or your Forge here, or both. Do you even play the Ranger?
No. I would just pursue Chariot Race.
I think I would just buy a Forum. He's got a Forum, 2 Chariot Races, and a Rats down there. It'd be extremely unlikely if none of them were in the top 5 cards. Then again, you really do want to get to your Ranger. But, alas. Buying 2 Chariot Races? Yeah, that seems good too. Probably better. Okay.
Well, if JNails has another Chariot Race in the next 2, then he gets to play the Forum without triggering.
Well, he's got a Rats down there too.
Yeah, okay. And he doesn't mind playing another Rats once the shuffle gets triggered, so.
Actually, so E Honda just revealed the Chariot Race for JNails, so yeah. I agree that Chariot Race seems like the good Citadel target on JNails' next turn.
Play Rats before shuffle. Yeah, I agree. If you can do it, absolutely. Like, Ihana's not in a bad spot. I don't think he's that behind, but I do think he's behind.
He needs to pick up a Forge, and then the Forge is just more awkward for him because he doesn't have the Ranger. Wait, did he pick up a Ranger? No. Okay. Yeah, it's just a little more awkward for him.
Away in a Ranger. No draw for a bed. He can, no, he can't because there are no more races.
He could gain a Ranger or a Rats here and buy a Forge.
I think you would gain the Rats if you're going to do that.
I agree. Yep. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to probably Citadel the Rats.
Oh. What?
What? Like, you even know the top card is Race. That's really confusing. It's like a needlessly bad shuffle.
Anyways,
I mean, it worked out.
It's
it
a
worked
great
out
turn.
fine.
Yeah, it
But
I mean, I think it was fine.
could,
It was. I think it was not ideal, but it was fine.
it could have ended up a lot worse.
Yeah, it seems sometimes JNails plays a little bit too fast.
Well, play the rats.
Yeah, I'm
surely.
wondering why the stop here. Does he know what the bottom cards are? It's not a forum.
Well, you're not gonna remodel this rats. You want more.
Ah, there's a ranger down there, which he'd like to keep on top. But you have to play the rats, right?
Is it even true that he'd like to keep it on top?
Yeah. No, maybe not. Yeah, you're right. Just play all the things.
Yeah.
You just don't play the ranger. That's fine. In fact,
The
you can forge the ranger into a
The
ranger
thing-
again. Do that trick again.
The thing I'm worried about is I'm afraid he's thinking of turning Rat's estate into a gold.
Marcuson,
Which-
you want to play the second ranger only after you're done with your forges. If that ever comes up. Because you definitely want to play forge more. Yeah, it means you don't get to draw with your ranger next turn, but such is life.
Well,
It's an awkward board.
everyone's favorite anarchy avatar guy has always said that thinning is draw. So you're drawing either way, right?
Nope.
Okay. I mean, I would count it as draw here.
I mean, forge is like the clearest example of a card that makes it blatantly obvious, if it wasn't already, that draw and trashing are not the same. Because with forge, you want really good draw to be able to play forge and get the most value out of it. Wait, why trash copper? Should trash estate. Unless you're gonna turn a silver in an estate into a 4-armor artificer. Interesting. So Steph is suggesting that you forge the ranger away and just play with one ranger. I'm confused about. Oh. Oh, okay. Wanted to trash 4 copper and 2 silver into a gold.
Wouldn't you run out of rat's fuel at that point? I don't know if you want to kill that many coppers.
I don't really care about the rat's fuel. I want to get to the state where I can play 2 rangers in a turn, to be honest.
Artificers can make fuel if you want it. Yeah, that's true.
Like I think forging, I don't know. I just think I forged 2 rats and I'm just happy that I'm done with that game. But maybe I'm not inventive enough. Okay. Gets 1 VP there.
It's really interesting that E Honda whiffed Citadel all of those turns, and he still doesn't feel that much behind. Like, he's definitely behind, but
I just don't know how
it doesn't
Honda's
feel as
gonna get.
behind. It doesn't feel as behind as it should be.
JNails is a lot thinner now.
Yes.
Okay, finally found the forge. Alright, that was critical. Guess you trash both the states into a... You could go ranger, or you could go rats, I suppose.
Probably has to be a ranger.
Yeah, it's tough to play without ranger here. I think playing with one ranger is viable, though. It's all awkward. If you had just one more action, if you had Necropolis, things would feel so much better. Because then you could draw with ranger and do one other terminal action. Usually forage. Maybe cut purse. Whatever. I mean, there's nothing you want that costs 2, so... Don't think there's any other reasonable option here except trashing copper into estates. Yeah, I really don't like that.
I don't like that either. It's not the worst possible option, but it's pretty close.
But maybe there's a plan here, and we'll all be blown away by it.
Like, you can't even forge the forge into anything, is the sad part.
Yeah.
So it's just a dead card.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've...
Like, if he had trashed all cards except for the silver, his dead card would have been silver instead, and it would have been way better.
Well, he could have bought a Artificer.
It will win most races. It can win races. Okay, great. So exciting.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely discard a forge if you don't want it in hand. So he's got the forums to do that. Probably just trying to really reduce... Yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see. It's... Obviously, there was some thought behind that. Okay, so you're definitely going to play one ranger this turn.
Oh, it's turn 14 already. Wow. This seems slower than it should be.
I think you have to play a rats.
I think you play for him first.
Well,
There's really no reason not to. You're not going to play both rangers. So you already know you're tossing one. You might toss a rats too.
Fine, yeah. Yeah, maybe you're done with rats, right? If you have 2, do you have 2?
I don't know that you're done with rats, but Artificer can just get copper, and if you really want more rats.
Well, the reason to not play a rats right now would be you say, forget it, I'm gonna forge both of them to province right now.
Well, the main reason I don't like that line is because then economy is a bit lacking, and you're relying on Chariot Race to hit, which admittedly will often hit, and then it won't, and then...
I agree. JNails does not have much economy. How's that going to happen, Steph?
Well,
how can you play 2 rats and
he can forge
see
a
both of them?
ranger. He can forge a ranger and a rats.
You could do that.
He will have the option to, because the ranger will be kicked off to...
I'm talking about drawing them up, Steph, right? 5 cards left in deck. The ranger doesn't draw this turn. He's only got the 1 forum.
No,
I guess he has 2 chariot races. So he's got 2 chariot races down there. Yeah, I don't see a guaranteed way to play 2 rats and draw both rats.
Guess I'm tossing Ranger Silver here. Seems pretty obvious, I think.
I mean, you could toss 2 Rangers.
You could, but I'd like to play one.
You will get to play one. If you toss 2 Rangers, you play both rats. Okay, well, that's not the line he's going for, but... Alright, so he's done with rats.
Yeah, not ideal. Yeah, he needs a gold.
Yep. Could be Artificer Silver is the other option.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I like Artificer Silver because you can, at the end, like, forge those into province. And Artificer is yet another card that you're happy to play with Citadel.
Not playing those 2 rats was like, it's like some lack of ambition there.
I appreciate the lack of ambition from JNails. I'm all about that.
Like, you gotta go big or go home. JNails, you could be going home if you don't go big.
Yeah, but maybe he's just making the smart play. The safe, dull, boring play.
I like a free 2 provinces, I'm not gonna lie. The next turn,
it's not free. There's no way to set up the rats trashing on this turn. If you play both rats, you cannot guarantee that you draw both rats for 4.
No, but if you land it, you're a god, and if you don't, then you get it in the next 2 turns anyway, so it's not a big deal.
But then what do you
trash? And then if you don't, you just toss them to forum, like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been really a thing to do.
There's really no downside to having 4 rats in your deck, even if you whiff.
You only have 1 forum in the deck.
Okay, that's it. Whoa. T-map.
Okay. What's your plus buy? Ranger. Okay. That looks like... that looks like more treasures than you need, but...
Well, I can get down with T-map.
You can forge some stuff away into province.
My eyes just completely glossed over T-map. I'm kind of mad I didn't think about it now.
I think this is a good turn for it, because he gets to play the Ranger and draw up the stuff. Although...
it sucks because you top deck 4 golds and your Citadel most likely whiffs.
No. What I'm saying is if the draw works out for him, he can play Treasure Map and then play Ranger. But that does require some pretty nice draw.
He has to get so lucky.
Nah, he just needs to see his forum. And he's got 3 Chariot Races and a forum in those 9 cards. He just needs to see that forum.
He just needs to, he's got 2 card search space so far to find a treasure map or a forum.
Meanwhile, it's E Honda's turn, and he's trying to find a way to get value out of 2 forges. The first one, he trashes a copper and 2 rats, so both players are done with rats.
He could get a 3rd forge by killing forum in his state.
You know that's the thing to do.
I kind of like him killing cut versus state copper into the gold.
Sure.
Just be done with the cut verse. I don't think it's doing that much anymore.
I don't know if you're going to find a thing to do with both your forges each turn, but you got 2 forges, so that's the life you've chosen.
Well, if he has 2 provinces in hand, it could help him mill. I mean, it's got some pile pressure. He does have a lead, and if he gets a province, he has a substantial lead, potentially. Who knows how the races go, but
Right. So I wonder if you discard Forge and Forum here to really try to set up your last Chariot race. It's pretty minor, but I think I like that.
Oh, he's gonna toss 2 cards.
Yeah.
What if he just tossed the forums here and just trashed everything into a gold?
Yeah. And then buy an Artificer or something. Yeah, it could work.
Yeah, seems fine. I guess this way he gets to do the same thing, I guess.
I don't.
Yeah, basically the same thing with a chance for points. Okay.
Oh, he gets a trash. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
with a chance for the points. Yeah. Or he could trash 2 copper and a province here, but
I
that
don't know
doesn't look great.
why. I
No.
really want a gold.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Gold's like unironically good on this board.
It's not amazing for Ihana just because he doesn't have plus buy, but yeah, I like it. Gold and Artificer looks like what I'd want to get here.
Like, I'm really not married to this cut purse anymore. I guess he just really likes it. He just really wants the province.
I mean,
I guess that's what it is.
I'd prefer Cut Purse over Second Forge, but now that I have Second Forge, I think getting rid
Yeah,
of it is correct.
Maybe he just wants the province here. I mean, I don't fault him for it, but I feel like I'd want the gold because it just nets me a lot more race wins, potentially.
I don't think you can do anything interesting with that Forge if you get Province. All you can do is like mill Province.
Like, if you don't take the gold, you could do what Steph says, kill 2 copper and a cut person to a rats, which is not crazy. You even have a copper in there you can get rid of. And then just have 2 rats in the next 2 turns in order to have a free province trash. Not a bad line. But I do think you trash here, and I think you don't province here. Oddly enough. Like, provinces are at 6. I feel like I just would rather not be screwed over by a top-decked copper. That just feels game losing. Looks like he's gonna go for the rats. Okay. Double treasure map, alright. It's kind of silly when you don't even have a source of buy, but
Yeah, I don't like the treasure maps for E-Honda.
it seems really bad, actually. I don't see an easy way for him to get a ranger mid-turn either.
Like you have 1 estate, so you can do 1 Forge estate gold into province, so that's something.
Yeah, I don't know why JNails is not setting up his races. Like,
This seems good, right? So you discard Forge province, you play Chariot race, and then you play the treasure maps and the ranger. This looks real good.
great, but whatever.
I don't think you could have done that better.
I think he could have.
Johns, could you explain, like, okay, so assuming that he wants to draw the golds that he gains this. Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm with you. Yep, that seemed better. So long as you had a ranger in hand, wasn't, well,
He had a ranger in hand at the start of the turn.
yeah, but I mean, here's the thing: if you do that, maybe you end up drawing dead into some chariot races anyway. I wasn't paying too much attention.
He didn't draw the treasure map until just now, anyway.
Oh,
So
well then, okay. Then what are people?
I don't know.
No, I like playing the forum right here. I think
You
because
played races before for him, yeah. Okay.
you just discard Province Forge, and you guarantee one hit, and then you draw up all the golds you play. Beautiful.
I don't think it matters that much.
What? This doesn't matter. Okay, but no. What? Okay, this also doesn't matter. But
JNails seems completely won here. Like this, it's over.
no, I think there's at least a few more turns left.
I mean, E-Honda can't even double, and JNails will easily double next turn if he
No,
doesn't.
not at all. He doesn't have the token face down.
Okay.
So JNails is going to have every other turn be really good, is the way I see it. I agree JNails is favored.
Does that even matter? Because he can still play Ranger twice. It's nothing stopping him from playing Ranger twice.
Okay, so Steph is suggesting forum province, and I think that does make the play Ranger twice thing work, because you have to be able to discard, like, non-cantrips. And having 3 forums, I think would probably set that up.
I can get behind it.
Also, having more 5-cost cards means you have a little bit of extra reach with forging a 3-cost and a 5-cost into province. Okay. I don't think the Artificer is doing more work than the forum, but it's pretty close, I guess.
Well, E-Honda's about to get a lot of points here.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what's on top. It could be a forge on top. Guess we'll find out.
Well, take the risk and you just province.
You gotta do it. Yeah, that's a lot of points.
It is.
Can pursue 8 times if he wants.
It's not even that bad of a line to pursue at least once.
Yeah, you pursue once.
He's got some forums down there. Just pursue once, name forum. Yep, okay.
Yep, gets rid of a forge you don't want to see. And 2 good cards, but so be it. Yeah, no, I like that. You could even pursue one more time for forum, since you've already discarded your chariot race. You've got maybe 1 artificer down there, and the rest is stop cards like a forge and some other stuff.
Doesn't take a forum. I don't know why you don't take a free forum, but okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about forum. Yeah, that would have made a lot of sense. My concentration is leaving me.
How many forums does E-Honda have?
4.
Yeah. You can't have 5 of them. It's got to be forum. So, I can respect that. Anyway, yeah. JNails can't really take 2 provinces here. Yeah, he really can't take 2 provinces here.
In which case, you should probably just set your ranger into operational mode and buy the 1 province.
Probably a duchy too.
Can you? Yeah.
Honda's triple with these forges. With the amount of draw that he has, 0 draw, besides like the Citadel, no way. He would need, like, how would he do that? He needs 2 provinces in hand, 2 forges, and that's 4 cards already, and I don't know how you hit 8 with 1 card or 2 cards in hand. You would need to win a lot of races, and then you would need to play Artificer. Well, he has Artificer in hand, so that's a good start. He would need a lot of races to win.
Yeah, it would be almost impossible. Yep.
It's not impossible, but it's pretty unlikely. Is it even that unlikely?
Yes. You would need gold, your 2 artificers, and then you would need 3 chariot races to hit, all while collecting 2 forges and 2 provinces into your hand. And I think you only have 2 forges, and I think you only have 2 provinces. So you need to see your whole deck and have at least 3 chariot races activate.
Yeah, the risky part's the race is activating.
Yeah, so a line being suggested here is forum, pursue for forum, and then by province.
It's 4 cards in the discard there, so
yeah, looks good to me.
Yeah, it works out.
Because yeah, you have a really nice turn as JNails coming up. You can play the ranger and get the draw, and then play your forge. So you can easily deal with 3 provinces in the supply, including buying 2 of them. So I really like that line. What do you do? Yeah, and E Honda can't buy 2 provinces, so I think that's just a really winning position. Yep, looks like that's what's happening.
Yes.
And that was ideal because he has a ranger on top now.
I keep thinking Pursue reveals 5 cards and not 4 for some reason. Higher chance of top decking a ranger.
So I think JNails.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think JNails is thinking now about double duchy if he wants to play it really safe.
I mean, there's no reason to not be safe. You have the way better deck.
I guess my concern there would be, what do I do if it comes around to my turn and there's still 4 provinces? I guess I just plan to play both rangers so I can set up another good turn. I don't know. Having 3 provinces left.
The reason to Citadel the Artificers so you hit 8 while also forging 2 provinces. You have to go for that long shot if you provinces, otherwise you're just toast.
Oh, I forgot about Citadel. Yeah, maybe it would have been possible for Honda to do it. I forgot about Citadel. That gives him 1 extra card.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I like the safe play.
No, it's a no contest play. You're playing Artificer here.
But the question is, what do you do now as Honda? What do you want your turn to be like? I think. Well, you know for sure JNails can't get 4 provinces. So do you take any number of provinces here? You know for sure. I mean, you can be pretty confident that JNails can deal with 3 provinces left.
I mean, JNails can pretty trivially. You know, he top decked Ranger in Forum, so you know he's going to get at least 2 provinces, no problem, and it's very likely even he'll be able to forge.
Yeah.
So he's very capable of triple. So you really have to hope he does, which probably means you just score with everything you got, and then hope your races land. It really depends on what.
The alternative is you leave 4 provinces and you just go for duchies and chariot race hits here.
E-Honda's deck is pretty shit, and duchies are not going to help him make it less shit, so I think you buy a minimum of 1 province. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, he's not even going to get quad. I don't know why I'm counting.
Quad is not a possibility for either player.
I know.
Yeah.
He could forge Chariot Race, Estate, Copper into a duchy and buy province.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I don't even think I'd buy
Like you
province.
toss province, forge here, kill a state copper chariot race, and then buy province. It seems fine to me, honestly.
I just think you lose if you take a province, but maybe you lose anyway.
I think you have to take province here. There's really no like. Okay, what if JNails like you can't even use buys here. Like best you're doing is double duchy, and then you're only 3 points up, and then JNails takes 2 provinces plus Mills one. That's like what 9 points ahead.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably game anyway.
It's really difficult to come back from. I mean, and then that's not even counting JNails like races. You didn't even land that many races, so
We
I think you just
could take 2 provinces here, but that's losing. I don't know if it's
yeah.
less losing though than taking 1 province, 1 duchy.
Seems more losing because well, it makes JNails have to buy both provinces, but that was never like in question really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a rough spot.
yeah,
And
I
this
think
is
you
E
should.
Honda's start, so if JNails takes this game, then he will be starting next game with a chance to
Yeah,
win.
win and reset the bracket. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is whether you think you have any shot with one duchy, which no. I mean, I guess you have to finagle for landing more chariot races than your opponent, but I don't know. I think you have to just get one province here. I liked the line of province duchy from him killing one chariot race. Yeah, it's sad, but you're only winning short term anyway. You're not gonna win the long term, like ever. So I don't know. This way, he gets to get a forum with it for free, I guess, and he doesn't have to kill
Well,
a chariot race. So that's probably a better line.
he trashed an estate and a gold. That's 2 stop cards, but that was 1 point also he lost.
Well, he'll get the point back almost for sure.
Whoa, that
Races.
was 2 provinces discarded. There is one more in there, but interesting choice.
Yeah.
So here you play the artificers for sure and the chariot races, and it all's
I
gonna
mean,
work
he
out.
might already just have it.
Well, he needs the province. Well, I guess he doesn't need the province. He can forge chariot race and artificer into province.
I shouldn't be playing so fast. I
Oh
don't
wait,
like
no, he
that.
did need to draw a province. What? Okay, it's all fine.
Okay, he has it. Easily too. Just toss province duchy. Alright, cool. And it's gonna be JNails 3-2. Put JNails to start.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty spicy. I mean, we knew this was very likely. Like, you basically had to hope this didn't happen. It was your only out, which, yeah, that still doesn't
Whoa.
change that I'm only taking one province here.
Okay.
It
JNails
doesn't.
has
He can
discarded
still.
the provinces, so he's probably
It's fine.
doing a points maximizing play.
Yeah. Well. All right. 3-2. JNails up first. Scary snakes.
Yeah, that was interesting. We got to see some divergent strategies there. The Ranger Open was an interesting line from JNails that I probably wouldn't have thought of, but it did help him get to Citadel much earlier, although E Honda passed up some opportunities to get Citadel, which were strange.
JNails gets 4-coin Doctor turn 1. That's pretty decent.
Looks like Church is the other alternative trashing.
I think I want the Doctor. I've always been a Doctor kind of person. So, I don't know, Doctor's a really cool card. Man, this is just a Menagerie board. You just click on Menagerie over and over again.
Yeah, Menagerie is definitely the draw, and Villa enables that earlier on than you might otherwise be able to.
Like, what you get to do is get a bunch of payload, buy Villa, and then Menagerie, draw it all up. Like, this board's bullshit. This board's crazy. This board's gonna explode. Like, the payload kind of sucks.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to explode because the payload is modest, and I think castles are definitely going to play a role. So I think we're going to have a pretty extended end game. But yeah, Menagerie looks very good.
Menagerie Villa is pretty decent.
There's actually no terminals you really want to play, which is interesting. I guess the castles are the only terminals you want to play. Well, obviously, if you open Doctor, you're playing that for a little while. So as E-Honda, you could go with Double Church. You could go with Church Overlord. You could go with Fisherman Church, Fisherman Overlord. I don't like Fisherman Overlord at all, so I think I like Double Church quite a bit because if you see a Church on turn 2, you can just keep 2 coppers and buy a Fisherman, which is pretty nifty, and still have a good next turn.
Well, for E-Honda, you almost have to, but for JNails, I would definitely just Doctor here. Like, I'm going to take the Doctor any day of the week over Double Church, I think, but I never really liked Church that much, but
I think Church is much more pleasant than Doctor, but Doctor might be better on the 4-3.
Well, certainly Church plays better once the Doctor's done.
The good news is Fisherman here and Church. They both mitigate the worst cases for the Doctor Open.
In fact, Doctor isn't even that bad because of Mule. Yeah.
And
I don't
Mule
know if you
as
just
well.
said that or not. But
no, I was saying Church and Fisherman, right? Because if you Doctor trash copper, like one bad thing that could happen is you see 2 coppers in an estate, or 2 coppers and 3 estates. But on here, it's not even terrible because you can buy a Fisherman because you're going to be triggering a clean shuffle then. So I think I like Doctor Open for JNails.
All right.
I don't read chat all the time, Johns. Only occasionally.
I think JNails takes a Church here. Doctor's only good to a certain point, and then you can use the Church to set up stuff.
Oh, you definitely want Church, yeah.
I don't know that it's definitely, but I think it's probably the buy here. Like, what else would it be? Menagerie. Feels early.
It is
Silver.
Early.
Silver is terrible.
I don't mind
Humble
Silver.
Castle is also terrible. It's Fisherman's not that bad either. Maybe it's just Fisherman.
Difficult choice for the Doctor name here. 3 copper and 2 estates down there.
It's copper. You just name whatever kills the most.
I hate losing all my economy, but it looks pretty okay for JNails.
Yeah, he even takes a Church. If he draws it here, it's like God mode. Okay. Probably just name copper again.
It has to be. You've already trashed an estate.
Yes.
And you can consider Silver or Fish. No, if Fisherman's better than Silver, you can consider Menagerie or Fisherman.
Might be Humble. Might be Menagerie. I'm leaning Humble. You have decent odds at hitting the Silver next turn. And if you don't, then you have decent odds of hitting 5 the turn after, and you really want the 5 cost castle. You can play it as mule for like forever until you really want to pop it, so it's like not even that bad in your deck.
I don't know if I want Crumbling
get
Castle. That's always the tricky one. Like, it's not terrible, but I don't really want 2 silvers necessarily.
Isn't it guaranteed he has an estate in his next hand? He should set aside 3 coppers here.
All right, so E Honda had a really unlucky start where he didn't see either of his 2 churches on turn 3.
Yep.
You hate to see that.
Wow, this is an amazing doctor.
Sure is.
And he gets Crumbling Castle too. Like now you want the silver. Yeah, it looks like this is gonna go to day 2. I mean, I've seen bigger comebacks, but
The Doctor Blowout. You hate to see it.
I mean, Doctor's a good card.
It's so high variance is my point, that it is sad when one person gets the good luck and runs away with the game. You don't get to see a nice, interesting game.
I think I take Spices as JNails now. E Honda, I've got no clue. I mean, you gotta play this. You might as well play it out. There's a guaranteed estate in the next hand as well. I would just set aside 3 coppers and buy Fisherman. I'd be tempted. It looks like what he's gonna do. Yeah, there's like I would just play this to its conclusion. There's no reason not to. E Honda has nothing to lose except sleep, maybe. I don't know.
Do you? Interesting choices here. I think I want to trash, and I think I want to trash Crumbling Castle with my Doctor. But he chooses not to. He trashes.
No, I want the Spices.
I want some menageries.
Yeah, so do I. We're gonna start getting them, but I want the Spices first, then I can double buy Menagerie. Good Canal. It's not crazy. Helps, actually really helps with payload.
Yeah.
So I could see just Canal right now.
Yeah, I like Canal.
Yeah, this works really well for JNails. Now he can just set aside the Doctor by double Menagerie.
Oh, I thought you'd play the Doctor and trash the Crumble. I guess, yeah, you don't have Small yet.
It's not that. I mean, you can. Doesn't really matter. I prefer to have the shot of killing 2 coppers with the Doctor next turn, honestly.
I mean, you can kill the copper with the church next turn.
Yes.
Oh, but you could buy. Oh, right. Yeah, so
you
just set
have
one aside.
4 cards. You have 4 cards on top of your deck. It's very unlikely you're gonna find a copper. Just set aside Doctor here.
Oh, I like this play.
Have the church kill the crap. I don't like that. Yeah. Okay. Wow, he's lucky to find Doctor here.
I don't think Doctor matters. You church cleans up the rest of the cards just fine. It's a lot of money for E Honda.
I mean, I like getting a little thinner faster because it lets me do Villa tricks.
So we got Canal double Menagerie here. Nice.
Well, if he finds Menagerie here, he's drawing deck, and he ought to kill Crumbling Castle here. It's Econ. If he draws Menagerie, 50% chance he's going to draw the silver as well. Kill copper.
Kill copper is a safe play. The cautious play.
What? What?
He's trying to guarantee he sees a menagerie.
I don't like that at all.
I like it. You want the extra buy. It's smart. Villas are really low cost now with Canal too.
Like, if your turn duds, it does the same thing and you top deck 2 menageries. Like,
You could not possibly dud with that approach.
yeah, but now your turn's, like, not that great. Right? Like, it just does the same.
I think if this was the plan, maybe he should have trashed Crumbling Castle, because he would have been able to draw it up, but it still seems fun.
I don't know why we're playing that menagerie so fast. Maybe it doesn't matter.
I don't think there was a good opportunity that turn to do gain and play stuff.
I guess not. But he clicked awful fast, so he must have thought it through.
Well, he clicked awful fast, yeah. So this is the give and take of Church and Menagerie. It's going to be good this turn, but you're going to be a little sad next turn when you have multiple coppers in your starting hand, but so be it. I think you just set one aside. Maybe it's fine.
The funny part is Haunted Castle actually hurts a lot.
You mean helps?
It hurts a little bit more than it helps, because JNails already has a lot of uniques in his deck. He's never going to not kick off, so it actually hurts him a little bit more.
For Ehana, yeah.
Like, it doesn't hurt that much, but it does hurt. And you get a gold out of it, so I like Haunted here for JNails.
I think I would have preferred to play the Church to be able to kill these coppers a little faster as Ehana.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if you set aside none, you spend one coffer, but we'll see what he does with his buys. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna get. Okay, you're kind of dependent on playing buying Villa to activate the Menagerie, which is fun. I think. Yeah, the Menagerie split's going to be pretty important here, in my opinion.
Well, Church and Doctor can both be auto mules, probably. Maybe not Church, but Doctor for sure. Could probably do Gold Villa here and the Menagerie draw it all. If it's gold, it might as well be Haunted Castle since you have a Fisherman in hand as well.
Yeah, that sounds good.
No, it doesn't, because does JNails still have Crumbling? Yeah, he does. So he could Small Castle, kill Crumbling, and then draw it with the silver with the Fisherman for yeah. It's just better.
He should play Fisherman first, right? See what he draws. If he draws Crumbling,
no, he should stop right. Well, let's see how much money he has.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8. Yeah, he could easily buy Gold Villa here. Draw all of it.
Spices Villa seems better than Gold Villa to me.
And then Small Castle, kill the Crumbling, and then draw that with Fisherman. That should be the way to milk as much as you can get. I think that's the line you take here.
I'd go with Spices over Gold.
I
want to get all the remaining Menageries this turn.
Okay, yeah, I can get down with that. Saves a coin too. Maybe it gets you. I mean, you get a Haunted Castle too as well. So with the trash, so that's pretty good. Oh wait, that's true. If you kill the Crumbling, you do top deck 2 bad cards. That is a problem. I didn't think about that. That does complicate things just a little bit, but not too much. Okay, this line's just better then. Okay. That over. I'm really tired. Man, I missed this game. It's been a long time since I've thought this hard about a game.
So you could go double Menagerie Villa, and that gives you a chance to top deck a Menagerie or two at the start of your next turn. Costs a coffer, so maybe you just do single Menagerie Villa. Yep.
Yeah, choking E Honda out of Menagerie. Like I'm not one to chase piles, but when you have Mule and Menagerie is like the most broken card on this board by a mile, yeah, I'm gonna click on it.
So here you can set aside lots of money if you wanted to. If you're going to do the triple Menagerie, but maybe you do something else. Yeah, actually, there could have been more gain and play stuff, I think. No, the buys is the problem. But
he could have bought another Menagerie, right?
yeah, so if he went Menagerie Villa and he drew the Menagerie, then he could have done something like Spices Villa, and he would have just gotten a free Spices, I think, and still been able to do the rest of the turn. I think, yeah. In either event, buying a Menagerie before buying Villa seemed like the correct thing to do.
I just don't buy Villa and then Menagerie. Okay, I mean that's fine. Okay, Honda has to stop here.
Yeah, Opulent could be pretty good here.
I think you only play 2 coppers. Oh, I don't like that.
Why? What are you thinking of?
Does Honda only have 1 church?
No, he's got another one.
Yeah, like he could have set aside a copper here, or
he might still be able to. I think he's got another copper. Yeah.
Okay, he's got more coppers. All right. I guess it was fine then. Because what if he drew a copper and then yeah, okay. All right, his deck's just really bad. I mean, he's not out of it though. He's really behind, but he's not out of it. Like Freaky would have resigned that E Honda position really early on, I feel like. And I don't know, I feel like E Honda's stabilized. So I hope he makes good use of it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's anything you can do gain and play that's particularly interesting here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Like he could buy.
Spices is worth more than gold on your first purchase. And afterwards it's a buy, which is pretty nice. Sprawling Castle, that's the 3 Estates one, right? Yeah.
So you could get something like he's got an extra buy from Spices. So you could go Fisherman, Menagerie, Spices, Villa, and then play the Menagerie. Yeah. So you set aside 1 copper here, possibly. Maybe you just set aside none and expect to find one. Depends what you buy.
Does it even make sense to buy Fisherman? Why not just double Spices Villa?
It's just so cheap.
So, you can just buy it cheap later. You want the buys more than anything, right?
At this point, I don't think so. Like once Menageries are gone.
Wow, that's just giving up. That's just giving up.
Seems like an odd choice. All right, so what are we gonna buy here? The Fisherman and Menagerie for sure, and then he's got 2 more buys.
I don't even think Fisherman's that good. I would rather have more spices than Fisherman.
You just don't have the money for it.
Silver.
Yeah, this all seems fine. But he's got more menageries in a starting hand than he knows what to do with, along with the copper.
I think he's just checked out. Also, he duds again. That's so
I
sad.
do not think he is checked out.
Well, E Honda duds too, so it doesn't matter.
E Honda does not dud.
Yeah, he does. He set aside 2 coppers.
He can buy Villa.
Okay, yeah, true. It's still sad, but
yeah. This is a pretty unfortunate situation for JNails. I think I'd Doctor Silver here. I don't really want 2 of them in my deck, and then you just get to reorder stuff. It doesn't matter too much, but probably Church set aside the copper too. I don't know.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has $8. It's either 6 or 8. He could have 9.
No, I'd rather play Opulent Castle than
Okay,
Church
so
and
JNails, if he plays everything for coins, and Opulent Castle is the Haunted, he could just buy Fisherman Sprawling, which seems fine to me. E Honda really, I don't know if he can. I don't think he can threaten King's Castle and the 9 cost. I would just play Church and Villa. Well, if you play Church as coin, and then you play Villa, you play Doctor as coin, you Opulent Haunted, buy Fisherman Sprawling.
I wouldn't worry about getting Sprawling
Fisherman
Castle
Sprawling
this
costs
turn.
11? How does it cost 11? Because I discard? Oh, right.
I wouldn't worry
Well,
about getting Sprawling Castle this turn. I would try to make sure I don't dud anymore. Like, obviously, your next turn is good, but
your next turn's not going to dud, and it's very likely to end. So
is it?
Yes.
Why?
Well, villas are going to be almost gone. The castles are going to be almost gone. You're going to empty the castles for sure, and you're going to have a massive point lead. Like,
okay, so you think villas and castles, maybe?
Yes, I think so. You can buy Fisherman if you spin a... I don't think Fisherman's that important. I think I'd rather have the coffer. Fish seems worth a coffer. I'm not sure that it is. Maybe you just get around to the end of your deck and then it is worth it. Ihana can make a comeback if he manages to take the Grand. I don't think so. Because then JNails just takes King. Oh, okay, you meant if he manages to take King. I don't know how he manages to take Grand and King. JNails needs to, like, seriously dud in a hand that we know has a lot of menageries in the deck. So it seems very unlikely. E Honda knows this. Like, a dud just means a guaranteed kickoff next turn almost.
So one of these menageries is a mule.
Yes, probably. Yeah, I just don't see E-Honda. Like, is it even possible for E-Honda to get Grand and King, especially with this terrible start? I just don't see it.
I don't think he has the economy for that.
Yeah.
What?
Does he?
Just wondering why you muled the Fisherman.
I do not know. To draw, not a duplicate.
I guess he has enough money to buy them both, but how is that like winning? Doesn't JNails just empty villas and buy any source of green? Like, I don't see the upside of getting Grand and Kings for E-Honda.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's
Which means
worth
that
a grand total of 9 points. I don't know what E-Honda's out is.
clicking on a lot of spices, maybe. But then you're lowering the villas. Just nothing looks good here. Taking castles, I guess, does nothing. Doesn't help. Doesn't really help you score, and so let's say Honda takes 2 spices and a villa and saves the coffers for like some big splurge last turn or something. Because you basically have to gamble on next turn working out and JNails dudding. And that's assuming JNails can't just end it, which you just have to assume he can't.
I think it's a Villa is the last card. Does that sound right?
It might be. Maybe he'll just double province here.
Yeah. You could also like province duchy spices or something. Because if you seed both provinces, okay.
Okay.
There's your 9 VP. So this seems really trivial, right?
He just needs 11 and he wins. He's already there practically.
Yeah, no, he's there.
Yeah, he's already there.
He can discard Opulent for.
All right, we're on to day 2. JNails tightens it up. Bracket reset. Very, very, very clutch of JNails. Very well played from both of them. So, this is the most hype final we could get, which is pretty cool. I wonder when they will play next.
Gonna find out.
We will find out, yes.
Look at all those uniques JNails has. If this was a museum board, he'd have 100 points.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations to JNails. And yeah, there will be round 2 of the grand finals forthcoming. Until then.
Yep.